It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary Politico. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú.
Ẹ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o, ẹ kú ọjọ́ 3. It's been a while.
Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary, diary Politico. Maiyegun diary.
If there is anything I have to say to you, every one of you, especially the Maiyegun diary Politico Temple of Truth brethren, is just to tell you that I have missed you. I miss you all. Now, Go and tell everybody. Share the broadcast.
Lórí Facebook. Lórí YouTube.
We, of course, Aniye Suraki. And I love you. I really do. Share the process. Thank you. So good evening to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun live. I have been away for about 2-3 days, and it is because of a family emergency. You see, responsibility is something that you cannot delegate. Most of the time, when you want to see what went wrong with the society, mostly is because of lack of responsibility, which has now become glorified in Nigeria. So somehow, something had to take me away. It's quite unavoidable. And I'm glad that we are back to normal. So it's good to be back. The last 72 hours have been a hell. And not just that, as usual, right? It's been a sort of unleashing of hell on Nigerians. This time around, it was concentrated in Abuja. So I was sitting down watching the video of people who were running away, travelers who got caught on that road. Is it called Madala Road, Abuja, near Zuma Rock? The Boko Haram terrorists on bikes, heavily armed, war ready. I don't know what they were looking for other than to let the people living inside the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria know that they are at the gate. The winter is coming. Yes, that's where I'm going. Winter is coming. I was watching that video and people were running in the dark, right? In darkness. They were running for their lives because it was the military versus the terrorists. What were they looking for? So something now told me, or something just struck me somehow, and that was, maybe if they take over the Abuja, probably that will make it easier, for all of us to go our separate ways. Because I don't see how these Taliban-styled jihadists, this ISIL, will take over Abuja, and then automatically believe that they have taken over Nigeria. But on a second thought, I'm like, wait. The jihadists that have currently surrounded Abuja, same way they've surrounded the entire Nigeria, they can actually be the setting stage for what we used to know, the military takeover. So everything shall have football. But tonight, I am going to try my best to make you see why holding on to this jihadist caliphate, is not in your interest. It is not in my interest. And just yesterday, I got this clip. It's been there for a while. Somehow, I just, brought it back to life. And it was the same. Listen, they are setting stage for crisis, because in crisis, right, they maintain power. Because in crisis, right, the only currency that they spend, that most people spend, is fear. So as you speak right now, majority of Nigerians are already, banking on this currency of fear. Now, it works in different way. And to them, it works perfectly fine for them, as long as they will escape justice from what they have done. So this is it. Terrorists have surrounded the country's capital, and they have threatened to kidnap the president, okay? And kidnap the vice president, kidnap a state governor. Now, that's an existential threat. So they tried that just 2 nights ago, and they killed a soldier. According to them, they killed a soldier. A day before that, they killed 4 presidential guards, soldiers, right? And they kidnapped 14. Up till this moment, they haven't seen those 14 soldiers kidnapped. So it was a day after that they staged that what happened 2 nights ago. So with that, it shows that the security system of Nigeria under this civilian crazy or something, right? Demonstration of craze, right? Security of Nigeria has collapsed. 1. Before that, it has also shown economically that Nigeria economy is currently tanked. Unemployment at the highest ever. Poverty level at the highest ever. Crime rate at the highest ever. Corruption at the highest ever. That's on economy, right? So, what the military will probably just need, one more thing, is electoral crisis. And as we speak, APC, Egbekegbe, they have set the pace. People destroying people, they have followed suit. And I will explain that to you. In all of this, when APC, Egbekegbe, decided, that's Tifnumbu, to go and pick Shetima, Boko Haram, sympathizer, founder, people raise the alarm, because people who know Shetima very, very well, especially Christians, many of them from Borno State, the place where they said, Western education is haram, and being a Christian is an infidel. And as infidels, you don't deserve to live. More churches were bombed. More churches were burned. More bishop church leaders were kidnapped and slaughtered in Borno State under Shetima. Guess what? It's a long story. So when Tifnubu decided to go and pick him to make him Muslim ticket, right? It is to further, set fire on our beloved Nigeria. Abi? Now wait for it. The story of Shetima started coming out. You know that Tifnumbu, so people were like, this thing doesn't make any sense. Like, what is going on? Like, this is going to be the toughest. How are we going to even do it? Even people inside the APC, Egbekegbe, were shocked. Like, this thing is going to tear Nigeria. Forget it. The election is going to go towards religion, tribal. So Tifnumbu, who used to call himself a progressive, so wait, Tifnumbu and gang, they call themselves progressives. Awolowo progressives. Lies, Abi. Part of what the Yorubas or the Yoruba political class have been selling to the Yorubas since 1998 is that once Yoruba participates in a democracy, Yoruba is going to ensure that Nigeria is restructured in a way that we are going to go back to 1963 Republican Constitution, the one that allowed us as Yoruba people to develop our own education in our own way, our healthcare system in our own way, right? Our own electricity in our own way, our infrastructures in our own way, our farm settlement agriculture in our own way, and on, like including our security. That was what Tifnumbu and gang, they sold to Yorubas from 1998. A progressive, you are going to have your state police. We are going to have this. We are going to have that. And for 16 years, Tifnumbu and gang, right, they remained in the good book of the some Yorubas who believed that somehow, these guys were standing for the ideals and ideas of Awolowo. You know what I mean? They didn't know that they were pure scams. So when opportunity presented itself for them to throw the Yorubas under the bus for this Fulani jihadist, Bokowari and gang, yeah, it was the same thing they sold. If you join APC, we are going to make sure that Nigeria is restructured. We have to restructure Nigeria or else Nigeria cannot work. Listen, many of your politicians knows that Nigeria can never work the way it is currently put together. This Nigeria was put together by the Fulani, Kanuri, Hausa, what do they call them? Irredentists. The power mongers, rogues, criminals from northern Nigeria. They are not just Fulani, so Fulani, Hausa, Kanuris, Beri, I don't know, all of them who had access to power since 1966. They put this together. They partitioned this Nigeria you have now. They partitioned you first to how many states? 12 states. After that, 20 or 21 states. After that, to what? 30 states. Then after that, 36 states. They continue to partition you. You thought they were partitioning you for development. No, they weren't. So in all of that, everything you have today, local government, so what did they call it? State, and the rest of them, they were created. They were creations of the Fulani, Hausa, Kanuri, irredentist, power mongers, and rogues in the military, in the civilian, in their what they call them, Buru. No. They have a name for them, but when I remember, I'll tell you. It was all plotted without any kind of referendum to decide if this is what we wanted. So Tifnumbu knows that. Wait for it. Tifnumbu knows that the northern Nigeria knows what restructuring truly means, because restructuring simply means, right? It is a step, a step to the autonomous region, then eventually, right, the eventual declaration of independence of the Yoruba people and everyone within the region. That is what restructuring means. Okay? Because this is what Nigeria is, right? Nigeria, as it is currently formed, is meant to be a federal system. Okay? Now, federal system means there are component states, okay, that gives their power to the center. But most of this power are devolved around the states so that there is no too powerful center over anyone. But in Nigeria, they imported America federal system of government, okay? Presidential system of government. They imported that. When it crossed the Atlantic Ocean, entered the airspace of Nigeria, it changed color. Okay, that American style, presidential system, when it got to Nigeria, it became unitary system of government that gave all 96% of all of the power, right, to the center. Remember, it was the military, unitary system of government. So unitary people, right, who forced everybody to the center so that you cannot do anything except with the approval of the center. That is where the tribe, religion, ethnic, and so many other things play out that now contributed, right, to the underdevelopment, to the division, and to the poverty we've seen in Nigeria today. So they know that once they say restructure it, it simply means you are gradually breaking up Nigeria back to what it was originally, and then preparing the people then to understand what they have actually missed for 62 years. Think about that. So the northern Nigeria relies on the general resources that is put together, right? And then shared according to population. Population also doctored, rigged by the same system, the same criminals who put together the system you are dealing with today. So that is why when they partitioned you, so if I'm talking right now, my own Yoruba brother or sister from Oyo State, the first thing is he or she is going to say is, my friend, shut up your mouth. Go and talk to them in Ogun State. Go to your state. This is your state. Or your people are not interested. They succeeded. That's the first division they made. Okay? So when they tell you about one Nigeria, the lies they are telling you doesn't in any way correlate with the reality, because they are lies. So they succeeded in making you look like when you see this, you say, go to your states. You will see Yoruba and Yoruba saying, my friend, go to your state. And then you see others, they will say, we are not interested in anything that has to do with Yoruba nation. You know why? Because they have been physically partitioned, and they have also been psychologically partitioned. So Yoruba man, when it comes to Nigeria, will fight another Yoruba man. All right? When you put Yoruba here, and you put Nigeria here, you will see Yorubas leaving Yoruba land and fighting for Nigeria that they have no clue about. Now, that's the first one. So the unitary system that they are practicing in Nigeria gave the entire power, the way they who access to your resources, how they share them, who get access to the federal appointments, who get access to federal patronage, which states and which people would have access to the same national resources, and where they come from. All of these things, because they centralize that. So if you now say to a northerner, a real political northerner, that we need to restructure Nigeria, and he says, yes, we need to restructure Nigeria, we have to, he's lying to you. He's not interested in any restructuring, nada. Because restructuring Nigeria means break up of Nigeria. So Google call it the name. Let us break it up. Pursue that honestly, and do not be deceived or by any means manipulated by all this that are happening. So Tifnumbu knows that he cannot sell restructuring to the north. Are you with me? No, I can't sell it. If not, I'm not going to win any election. They know. But to the Yorubas, when you see Lagos Abobaku, Oshogbo Alimajiri, any humbled slave or obedient fool anywhere, who is trying to ram the demented Kolu into your throats, they will be telling you, it is true that if Numbu said APC Egbekegbe, right, will give Lagos State special status. Remember they promised you that, Abi? APC Egbekegbe, they were going to amend the constitution and allow the creation of state police. APC Egbekegbe, they were going to amend the constitution and then allow the people to control their resources and pay some royalty to the center. So they said, you cannot blame Tifnumbu now. At least what if Tifnumbu told Bokwari and Bokwari did not do it? So what do you want him to do? Many of them have been telling you that already, Abi. Have they not been telling you? That what do you want him to do? What if he advised him and Bokwari didn't listen to him? Do not fall for that by any means, because Tifnumbu knows that the only way, he believes that the only way he can become the president of Nigeria is to build on what Bokwari legacy is. And what are the legacies of Bokuwari? Legacy of division, legacy of AIDS, legacy of ethnic tribal profiling, legacy of religious fanaticism, legacy of religious subjugation, legacy of religious terrorism, legacy of state-sponsored genocide. All these things can only come from those who have unleashed jihad on Nigeria. Therefore, Tifnumbu believed that the Yorubas and the jihadist north, where Shetima is coming from, they are going to make him the president. Now, what are you selling to your fellow Yoruba brothers and sisters about Tifnumbu? I'm talking to you, ma. Yes, you. What are you selling? That ẹ̀yin ló kàn tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe kíni o tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣorí ibú àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Or what are you selling to your fellow Yorubas and their sisters right now that you think is worthy? Is it going to be that Tifnumbu is going to restructure Nigeria when he becomes the president of Nigeria? Is that your selling point? Some said it is a very, very difficult job to, in fact, sell Tifnumbu. And I'm talking to you, my brothers and sisters. Don't let anybody say you panda, genje, or jabaranda. The ones that say, they say, buyers beware. Don't let them ram it down your throat. You are not a bastard. The only bastard you have in Yoruba land are those, just because of what they want to eat, they decided to look away while their father's house are burning, while their people have become hunting animals in the hand of terrorists from the Sahel, simply because they want to be president, because they want to be governor, because they want to be senators, because they want to be reps members. So they decided to look away. Now, today, they are blackmailing you. They have maintained the conspiracy of silence for over 7 years, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes they even told you, probably you are having a mental problem. All these problems are not existing. Nigeria is not sinking. Unemployment is not rising. Poverty is not increasing. Insecurity is not increasing. All these things they told you, you are overreacting. But many of you know that you are not. For 7 years, they kept quiet. Yoruba land and Yorubas became refugees in another country. To this day, these Omualis, Atagbatomo, all these Omualis, what did they do? They tried to keep us shut. They even tried to kill us for speaking out and even standing up to defend ourselves. Don't ever forget that. Therefore, don't let any bagger look you in the face and call you Omuali, because you are not promoting the real Omualis of Yoruba land, who have mouth but cannot talk, who have hands but cannot move them, who have legs but cannot move, who have a power but cannot wield them, who believe that, who are actually breathing but they are more like dead. Do not let anybody blackmail you. Don't ever forget that. The real Omualis, we don't know what they are going to tell you. Okay? Because they said you should bear all the burning, all the killings, all the kidnappings as Yoruba men and women from your different communities, from Egongon to Okeogun, Okeogun to Ibarapa, Ibarapa to Yewa, Yewa not Yewa South. Yewa not Yewa South. They told you to keep quiet and ignore them. Maybe when Tifnumbu comes, he's going to bring all these soldiers from heaven and he's going to bring support to you. What are you going to sell? Restructuring. Well, this guy begged to disagree. And guess what? If these two manage to grab power again, especially in Nigeria, and something happened to Kolu, and this guy become your president, you as a Yoruba man that is about to fight your brothers, to fight your sisters, thinking you are actually doing something for Yoruba land, Abi, you will live to regret it. Look at this. What are you going to sell to the Yorubas? Restructuring? I beg not this Boko Haram.
Elon Musk is talking about constricting the journey from London to New York to 31 minutes. But unfortunately, the topical issue in Nigeria is restructuring. Restructuring my foot. To hell with restructuring. Let's improve on the quality of governance. Let's work for the people. Let's invest in education. Let's create jobs. All this madness will evaporate. I raise my case.
Let's invest in education. Let's invest in that. Let's ask him how much he invested in education in Borno State. When 70% of the people living in that state are now living in refugee camps or completely relocated from Nigeria to where? To another northern, African country there. Do you know the story of this guy? Oh, I actually picked one up, and I'm going to drop that story, and I know some of you probably will know this story, will complete it. You know the story? You remember Alimodu Sheriff? Do you? Alimodu Sheriff, the former Borno State governor, the former PDP chairman. You remember him now? In-law to Boko Haram. Aha! I know I shouldn't even say that much. You know Alimodu Sheriff. Alimodu Sheriff, when he was rounding up as governor in Borno State, he decided to use his own brother-in-law or something like that, called Gubio or something. It's a long time ago. So they conducted their primaries, right? And that Gubio became the governorship candidate for their party. You see, this Shetima was working with Borno governor then. That was Alimodu Sheriff. In fact, that was when he had a relationship with this Muhammad Yusuf, the guy named Abi, the guy they killed. Remember him? The real founder of Ahmadiyya, Muslim Jamaat, something, which later turned to Boko Haram. What's his name again? Muhammad something, right? Yusuf Shah. The guy was a special advisor to the governor of Borno State on youth and Islamic studies or something like that. So he had this mosque, right? He had this Omolekeu, everything there. So Alimodu Sheriff used him and other youth, right, during election, and he became governor. So in compensating it, he made him an SA, special advisor to governor. From there, the guy had enough money to expand his base. We don't know what happened, right? They arrested him. They said they accused him of sponsoring violence in Borno State. People said he went out of favor, okay, with Borno Governor Alimodu Sheriff, right? So they accused him. Then the next thing, the police arrested him. Then few days after that, they just display his body, his lifeless body, where they tied his hands to his back, they tied his legs, yeah, and it was more or less like executed. So it was because of Alimodu Sheriff, Shetima, Muhammad Yusuf, because they were all in the same government and they were like, running things. That was how Shetima knew Yusuf. So when Yusuf died, it was reported that Shetima and Co set up Yusuf just to get him killed. Somehow, Boko Haram they gave birth to Boko Haram. There were no mosques anymore for Yusuf. They demolished his mosque. They did all of that. They said they were clamping down on his group. Right? Then Gubio or something was supposed to be the governorship candidate. 1 week, just 1 week to the election. Baba, Gubio died in a sort of a terrorist attack that they called assassination. Alimodu Sheriff was like, I knew who killed him. Oh, it was Shetima, because it was moment after that Shetima unseat Alimodu Sheriff. Oh. And guess what? Alimodu Sheriff was the first person to say all that Boko Haram are doing in Borno, they should hold Shetima responsible. So he wrote the script. Now that same Shetima, he wrote the script for Shibok. Werewike was the Minister of Education under Jonathan. And they wrote a letter that we received a security report that Boko Haram were planning to attack schools all over northern Nigeria. So we are putting security measures in place. Until then, all students should stay at home. They will sit for their exam on an arranged venue or secure venue. Everybody agreed, but Shetima, he became governor, right? Shetima also agreed. Now the script of Chibok, which later brought in APC, Egbekegbe, to power. So whatever you are witnessing today is a script from Borno that unseats Goodluck Jonathan. It is in the space of terror that these guys reigns. Now, here we go. They need to build on that religion and tribe. So they want to make an average Yoruba man to go out there, okay, and sell Tinubu as a Yoruba man first. And it is his right. And as a Yoruba man, you need to follow him. It doesn't matter all this whole thing, right? So when Tinubu was doing his consultation, you know what he did? He went to Southwest. He visited Southwest. He visited all of the entire North, right? And he just ignored the Southeast, the South. You know what they said in their meeting? We don't need them. There is nothing you will say to them. They will never support us. See, Ashiwaju, we need the Muslims. The Muslim will work. Don't worry. We don't need them. This is our Nigeria. And for so many of us who have seen or heard the phone conversation between Shetima and Amosun, you should be worried. So, like I said, terrorists want to take over Abuja. Terrorists are killing presidential guards. Schools are shutting down hurriedly because of security threats. Abi, the economy is in shambles. Abi, unemployment at the highest, corruption at the highest, Naira at a free fall. All they need now is just political ignition. Unfortunately, they want to use a questionable Yoruba man to achieve that. And I'm calling you, Mayday, 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 Mayday. You are a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, listening to me all over the world right now. Mayday, Mayday. Now set up. Whatever they sell to you about Tifnumbu, you should fear or be worried for the future of your children. It's important you think about that. I mean, if you probably never thought about this 7 years ago, you might have a chance of thinking about it better now. You see this trap that will explode Nigeria finally, the Tifnumbu is not done with us. And if you are not careful now, you are about to enter the trap that you may never recover from. But look at my face very well. Look, I am Maiyegun. Una de pick una serve. Remember where I stand. There are many of my friends here. We all have a position. Wherever we are standing is not invincible. It's obvious. You can see it, right? APC, Egbekegbe, will set Nigeria on fire. This time around, if nothing happened, Baba, just forget any other gra. You are welcome to the Islamic Republic of Nigeria. You will never recover from that easily anymore. You've heard about the water resources bill, Abi? You've heard that they've changed the name, Abi? Don't worry. I am not here to spook you. I'm just here to make you think. If you want to, think. If you don't want to think, Baba, just know one thing. And that thing is this. Every decision, every action of ours, right, has consequences. And for every action you take, if you become so unconcerned, now you want to lead the country. You know this, what I just told you now is true, Abi. They have perfected it, okay, with the power of incumbency, which they are relying upon. Then with the religious card, Muslim, Christian, I told you this before they finally made the announcement. I said, this is the path they are going to take you. They are going to tell you that it's not about religion, it's not about this, it's not about that, but it is about religion. It is 100% about it. But again, you may tell yourself that, you know what, I don't want to see it as that. I want to see it. No, you won't see anything beyond that. Everything else you try to see after that, they are going to be your own makeup. You are going to be making them up. Tifnumbu is not healthy. You know that. So where is all this going to come from? From your imagination. Tinubu is this or that. Is blah, blah, blah. All those things are your imagination. But when you look at exactly what you have on the table, when you have everything, when you present everything like I've just done, and you pieces them like this, and then you piece them together, you realize that it's going to be about religion. Seriously, it's going to be. And don't ever try to be politically correct about it, because you regret it. You are going to sit down one day and then you're going to make a fool of yourself because it's going to be religious. The Christians are already grouping. I didn't do that. Your politicians are fair. There's going to be reaction. You don't understand. For every action, there's going to be, opposite or counter reactions. Have you not been taught that? Look at PDP, people destroying people. In Nigeria, one of the things they said will bring peace was that let leadership be rotated so that they can, since people just wanted to massage their own tribal ego. Is an Igbo man, is a Yoruba man, is a Fulani man, is an Hausa man, is this or that, Okay, make it turn by turn Nigeria Limited then, so that maybe peace go day. Now from Jonathan Edo, Wahala started. How? They said, in PDP, they said, once somebody rule from the north, another will rule from the south. Then they go back to the north. Then because PDP then, they said they had a master plan to rule Nigeria for the next 50 years, right? Then the thing was in the south, Obasanjo, 8 years. Instead of Obasanjo to start preparing for transition, he decided to change the constitution so that he can continue in power. That boomerang, what did Obasanjo do? Obasanjo went on to drag a sick man, a terminally sick man, Yaradua. He was governor of Buhari State or Katsina State then. He was just packing up after his own, rounding up his own 8 years, 2 terms, right? But Obasanjo wanted to probably just punish the entire country for not letting him have the 3rd term, right? Greed, yo. Isha brought Yaradua, Rick Yaradua. You know the way they do things? Presidential candidate from the north, vice president from the south, Abi, INEC chairman from Igbo land, okay, and then the police IG from Yoruba land. They shall do all of that crooked. They brought Yaradua in, so it can't be like a teamwork. The worst election ever then. No. Yaradua was supposed to do 8 years after Obasanjo. Now, after 3 years, first 2 years, Yaradua just sick. The next 1 year, dead or alive, we don't know until he finally died. That thing touched in northern Nigeria that Obasanjo went to go and pick Yaradua. Somebody who wanted to go back. He wanted to go back to Katsina University as a lecturer after his time as governor. Obasanjo forced him on the entire country, rigged him in. So they were raging. And so Yaradua go die. They say, so Obasanjo plotted this so the power will return to the south. So they felt betrayed. That was the genesis of the destruction of a PDP by the northerners, the northern power brokers. We don't go agree. Atiku and co. Ladies and gentlemen, they said, okay, Jonathan should just finish the 1 year and go. Let the power go back to the north. They said, no, be like that. May Jonathan just do 1 term. Okay, may everybody just calm down. Then everything will go back to the north 8 years. You see? For peace. So they said for peace, not for development for real, just for peace. So that you don't go get all this wahala you are getting now. Okay? So if you do, I do. You do, I do. This one do, I do. Oh, they share them like that until we die. But greed and selfishness will never make it work. Just same way, the greed and selfishness of why they are keeping Nigeria together has never made it work. It's never going to make it work, right? Jonathan won election. Bad blood started. Long story short, 2015, Obasanjo had a new candidate, and his name was Sule Lamido, the former Jigawa state governor. Okay, not. Okay, fine. Jonathan don't do 5 years. Don't do 4 years now. It's not going to do again. Now, I will give you candidate. You, Obasanjo, you again. They didn't trust him. Long story short, they decided to go and bring a dead tyrant. Remember, it's about rotation. Oh. Say somebody breached that contract, that agreement. Jonathan, that's not supposed to come out. Right? So they now brought Bokwari. Atiku thought he was going to get it, but Bokwari got it. No thanks to Tifnumbu and gang. Right? So in fairness, now if say power don't go back to the north. Bokwari is rounding up. The same Atiku, that felt like Goodluck Egberejo Jolantan using another 4 years was too long. He had to wait for 8 years. Guess what? Now, the same people from northern Nigeria, they are now saying, it's true that we fought for that power to come back here. But, Alhaji Wasinri Atiku Abubakar is, whatever. So that simply means, right, the northern Nigeria, who told Tifnumbu that he shouldn't worry about the southeast or south. Their votes no fit count. Their votes no be anything. We don't need their vote. You need Muslim and you need Yorubas. You need us jihad this year and you need Yorubas. That's all you need. Forget about these noise makers, Jerry. Do you get that? So Atiku and gang, they were like, if you want PDP to win, if you want us to rescue you from APC, you need to let the power remain in the north. Because northerners are not going to vote for southerners now. No. Hey, what happened to your federal character? What happened to your rotational unity? Blah, 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 blah. Because they know they, na bobo. Just like when they talk about restructuring. When you hear Nigerian politicians, ask Peter Obi about restructuring. He no get idea. He go tell you, say, if you say, Peter Obi, people are, Biafrans want to go. The Yorubas are also saying they want to go. Peter Obi will tell you, right? Once we build electricity, once we build schools, once we build factories, blah, 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 everybody is working, people are fine, they will not agitate to break up. Because they don't want it. They know what it means. They know that every idea that any politician tells you, we need to build schools, all those ideas can be implemented regionally. May everybody go do them on their own. Not because somebody go day Borono, they give money to terrorists. Terrorists are buying bulletproof SUVs, gun trucks, right? To stage mass kidnappings and all of that. From the money that they have to scoop from everywhere, share to them. And then the rest of you will have to deal with the stipend that comes to you to fund your education, fund your infrastructure, and the rest of. So if any politician tell you, I want to build a Nigeria, the Baba, calm down. Which way? What is your idea on restructuring Nigeria? Now, they have none. Because they know that the the restructuring of Nigeria is the breakup of Nigeria. And if you want to be president of Nigeria, you must be ready to lie. Tongue in the cheek. To lie to your people. Say anything, but it's never going to happen. You know that. So somebody said, what is it going to happen? Don't worry. What's going to happen is that maybe they are playing themselves now. I told you, the last thing that is left is the political crisis, and they are already setting the stage. So as we speak right now, what you have in APC, Egbe, is that, listen, you have the people who bought the form for Kolu, Babashir Lawal, the grass cutter, and the rest of them, Dogara and Co. They are now coming out to say, more now bad markets. And in fact, they are completely taking a stance from that. No, we don't want to be part of this story because we know these guys. We know the intention. We are with them. We know it's not going to go well for anybody as we speak. Meanwhile, back in PDP too, with a wiki who said, I knew their plan. That the people that left the PDP to go and create this monster, they are now the people who came back to PDP when all of us stayed back. Meanwhile, this power should come back to this house. You know that thing, We can spend money, Chaise. We can spend money, Where we can get money other than River State money? He's not the first one who wanted to be president from River State. It be like say all of your governors in River State, that money go just get, when they spend 2 times, that money just gets so piled up that somehow they just build that courage that rather than save Niger Delta and your people, take control of your resources as it should be. Be accountable to your people. Take them out of the Nigeria-induced poverty and backwardness. Rather than do that, now the money to be Nigeria presidents. Billions and billions of that. The first person to try that in 2007 was Peter Odili, your former governor. Remember? The second person and the third to try that again are your former governor, Amechi, and now your governor. With a wiki. So he pay now. Die minutes. A common shock for his leg. He pay now and he couldn't hide it. So they now said, okay, for peace, this guy self no be pushover. We cannot be, if he they talk any about, he no be pushover. Not just treat him like that. Omo. Okay, Atiku, so I'll go put together some committee. This committee should go and bring me vice president. Omo committee of 17 people. They sat together and they said 13 of them recommended Wiki as Atifu's vice president. I don't know. I think they leaked it to him. They told him. So Wiki traveled to Spain, to Turkey. Said he's going on holiday. The day after that, Atiku announced Okowa. Well, not before, just before that, Okowa already told everybody that I am going to be Atifu's running mate. Really? How? So Wike, after Tambuwa, since that time they talk say Wike they talk to Tambuwa again. Because Tambuwa was the last man standing that should just team up with every other thing where the Wike was bringing. Tambuwa just packed everything, gave Atiku. And that just, that one cut Wike's liver, cut in all everything. To add salt to injury. Baba, they can't tell us saying go be vice president. They can't carry on second Mugu. That one created a lot of bad blood, Abi. So as we speak, I'm not saying they are not going to, because they have always been, strange bedfellows. They are strange bedfellows. As it is today, with a wiki, said he was going to tell the whole world what happened. And he just called Atiku liar. Now, this is the problem, by the way, okay? If they say go and do your election as it is today, Tinubu will rely on the Yorubas and the Yoruba Muslim mostly. Then he will now rely on the Islamic North, especially the core one that Shetima promised him. Now, in up north, Atiku believed that he is the only person who can take all the votes from the north to win the election for the PDP. Down south, Peter Obi can't show face. So with Peter Obi in the picture now, Baba, it can't be like say where a weekend of he hide his feelings. If he won't spoil, make it spoil. This is him. From where's that? Yeah, this.
He did. So many lies were told. And then he said, I should not react to some of those issues. That would not be fair. Assuming today I'm not alive, obviously what they have said will be accepted as the truth. Look at his attack dogs. Sule Lamido, Babangida Aliyu, Maina Waziri. Look at the statements they issued. Look at the abuses they railed on me. I never reacted. And my friends will say, look, you made this thing happen. So it is important that as a person and for my own future and for those who are around me, this is not fair. This is not fair. So I have to make sure I will react line by line. Statements made by Atiku about himself and his attack dogs. I will do that. Nobody, but if anybody who loves me will not advise me not to react, because why would you not react? Look at if a presidential candidate who believes he wants to win election, that somebody who contested fiercely with him have never raised any issue. I just kept quiet, just minded my business. See how my state can move forward. Every day, his people come up to attack me, say one thing or the other. That's quite unfair. I should let Nigerians know at the appropriate time, after the commissioning of the projects we have lined up, to say, look, this is correct. As we are told.
Yeah. You see, Atiku's attack dogs. They have been attacking Wiki. Like, who is he? Does he think he? Who does he think he is? Blah 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 blah. They are talking to me. If you think you are a presidential candidate, that's not all. Oh. He was talking to the press. Here is another one.
I begin to say all kinds of things. No, it's not for that. So certainly I'm going to speak.
Okay, while we wait for you to do that, Your Excellency, your party say you set up a committee, just like the presidential candidate says he has done, and they claim they've reached out to you. Can you confirm if they've actually reached out to you?
Again, that's to tell you, you see, when people tell lies, it's most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. I've heard a lot of stories. For example, some senators called me that Atiku Abubakar said he sent Bukola Saraki to be. That is not fair. That is not correct. I was in Spain. Bukola came to me. I said, my brother, how do you settle this problem? I said, where is sending Atiku Abubakar? I said, no. I said, so what do you want me to do? Look at the issue. He said, look, the matter is so serious. He never knew this and that. So Abubakar Atiku has never, followed us sending run sit-downs around him as scavengers. In fact, some of them will call my friends, oh boy, tell your guy now, may you support us. It has reduced to that level. I have become guy. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. We are serious minded people who reduce issues like this. I mean, people, you see, you don't even know who is the caller. If you see a phone, I mean a call, who is this? Yes, sir. Please, you agree this party, please, sir, we're begging you, don't leave the party. Who's talking about the issue of leaving party? I don't even know who's talking to me. Atiku Abubakar came to my house to say I should support him. So he doesn't know my house again. He doesn't know my house. Now people are calling you, those you don't even know, are calling your phone. Sir, we beg you, please support. I mean, all kinds of things. Trivializing issues. No way.
That's wicked. So some of you, it's so interesting, by the way, if you have been following all of their political activities. So don't let anybody bamboozle you. Don't let anybody sit you anywhere and say, somebody has figured it out. They are all lying to you. They are in chaos as we speak. And that is why, if I tell you never to be part of all of this charade, by the time you pay attention very well, by the time you see through every one of them and what they actually stand for, what are they even, bickering about, you will realize that you are going to waste your precious time, even hoping that maybe they can pull a stunt or maybe their stunt can actually do something. No, it's not going to do anything, okay? Here is another one. Were wiki.
I had somebody told me that the national chairman said he spoke to me with all due respect. He never called me. In fact, my audio came to me that, national chairman is on the phone. I was fine. He said, I took some time when I come back. So, let everybody, since after that 29th, 30th of May, not one person has come to talk to me. Forget about hiring journalists, press people like Abati, or the former chief press secretary to the president. Sometimes when you read or hear what he says, you begin to wonder where are we heading to? No more investigating journalism. Nothing like that happening. People just stay on one place, compose stories, say all kinds of things they want to say. But like I said, I remain silent, but I can't continue to remain silent. Nigerians must know what happened. Nigerians must know who are those that love them. Nigerians must know are we serious that my leadership on this country. We must. So I would urge everybody to be patient. To be patient. After the commissioning of projects who have lined up, then we'll be able to speak to them and tell them what it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is involved. I'm not a slave, and I will not be a slave. I'm a free born of this country. I must be able to say how things are. Whether it suits you, it does not suit you, it's immaterial. So the members of the public should please bear with us that we put the boss strength. If you don't put the second strength, history will not be happy with you. Thank you very much.
I know he didn't say anything. Did you actually say anything other than the fact that people said he's leaving the party or no, what have you, yeah? So I'm laughing in Layamo's laugh right now. So Wike is lamenting, and this is just the beginning. Same thing is going to befall so many other southern office holder right now that are playing the script of the same caliphate who does not actually see themselves as APC or PDP, rather the owners of Nigeria. They can take whatever they want at any time they want, even if it is going to be at the detriment of your own, your own lives. they will get it, whatever it's going to cost. So, with a wiki. Meanwhile, the people in Abuja, I said something about, these terrorists, invading them the other day, and how much people have received this Muslim ticket of APC, which has further, added to the people's, sort of frustration. Like, what the hell is this, people? Right? Anyway, a quick one, just from Abuja, just a tiny shot.
Let's know what is happening. If we are to stay or if we are to run, or if we are to know the next line of action. Thank you very much. Ordinary Ahmed, come to our rescue. I'm on the express right now. I'm on that Madala Express now. I'm on top of the express and there's nobody moving. Everywhere just stands still. I don't really know what is going on. Everybody is just stranded. Please, Ordinary Ahmed, come to our rescue. Look at the express.
That was the shot of it. The other part, which I would have loved to share with you, had a gunshot sound. And usually, I am always, sort of called on to edit that part out after the broadcast. So I decided not to include it. Some of you must have seen some of these chaotic videos out there, right? Well, let's see what somebody feels about what is still to befall Nigeria. No thanks to APC. You know this guy very well, oh. Now one of the loudmouth, but listen to the message.
Also, Chinua Achebe, in his book Out of God, made a mention of a proverb that if you see an old woman dancing in the middle of the bush, and you have not seen any drummer, nor have you had any sign of somebody beating the drums, yet the old woman keep on dancing and dancing and dancing. Achebe says, if you don't know the drummer, she knows the drummer. If you don't know the rhythm of the drum being beaten, she knows the rhythm. Therefore, for this terrorist to make it public in such a courageous position that they are going to kidnap the president and the governor of Kaduna State, they know their drama, and they know the rhythm, and they know where they are coming from, and they know what they are relying on. This is the first. The second statement is that if anybody is looking for symptoms of failed states outside Iraq, outside Syria, outside Yemen, outside Southern Sudan, he shall beam his searchlight on Nigeria. How can, for God's sake, a country with an organized security system, with trillions of naira being spent every day, billions of dollars being borrowed in the name of security, yet every day it is harvest of death. Every day it is kidnapping, maiming, arson, killing, threat, by the hour, by the day, by the week, by the month, all year through. It begs somebody to ask, do we really have anybody in charge? Can somebody come up and tell us honestly, sincerely, honorably, what is really happening?
I have told you, many of you know what is happening. It's just that. Listen to another one, this time around, very, very slowly.
Me muke bukata a kasar? Duk abin jin dadin rayuwa babu, kuma rayuwar ma ba za a bar mu yi ba. Kisa babu gaira babu sabab. Jaharka inda ka fito suna zanga-zanga, suna cewa Allah ya tsine maka albarka, baka da amfani a gurinsu. Me amfaninka? menene shugabancin da ake mana a kasar? Ina amfanin sojoji da jami'an tsaro da kudaden da ake baku? Matsiyata, maciya amanar kasa, maciya amanar al'umma, Allah ya wargaza sha'aninku wallahi idan muku gyara. Wannan wani irin zalunci ne jama'a? Sannan a zo a yi magana wani banza, sakarai shi ɗin ka fasa kama ni ko ɗaure ni, Allah ya tsine wa uwarka albarka. Me kuke wa mutane? Me kuke wa al'umma? Jama'a ba su da damar su rayu? Ba ku da amfani ga al'ummarku, ba ku da amfani ga jama'arku. Wallahi ba mu da wanda zai tseratar da mu daga wannan bala'i in ba Allah ba. Shugaban ƙasa ya gaza, gwamnoni sun gaza, ‘yan majalisa sun gaza na tarayya da na dokoki, dokar ƙarya, dokar banza, dokar shan shayi da ɗiban kuɗin al'umma. Duk abubuwan da kuke mana al'umman Najeriya ta yi haƙuri, malamai su danna jama'a, su ce a yi haƙuri, a daure, a yi haƙuri. Sannan kuma rayuwar ba za a bari a yi ba. Duk abin da muka rasa mun haƙura, ana tararrashin al'umma, amma rayuwar ma a gagara yi. Rayuwa ba za ka rayu ba a Najeriya. Which kind of leadership we have in Nigeria? Wane irin shugabanci muke da shi a Najeriya? What is our people done to deserve this? We are asking you, Mr. President.
Sorry, Malam. Mr. President is deaf, dumb, blind, doesn't see. The president's Ahmed, what is Shigidi? In Hausa, Sugar Cancer, Hausa, Shigidi. You have a lifeless, breathing mannequin. What did our people do to deserve all of this and that? But what I actually wanted you to pick up is that that is the picture of Nigeria. Please show some empathy. Don't say, not them. No, it's not always not them. 7 years ago, the rogues that prompted that question, the rogues that brought them to this stage, the rogues that brought Nigeria to this state right now, 7 years ago, they were like your Peter Obi then. Sorry, Omekuna, no bite me, because some of us know how the feeling was back then, okay? So these rogues in APC, they were like your Peter Obi of 2014, 2015. That was why a jihadist, a self-confessed jihadist, was able to be a motivational speaker for so many of you back then. This is just a reminder. Remember his face.
This is the record. The exchange rate has moved from 120 to the dollar to 240 to the dollar. That is Jonathan's record. Jobs have been destroyed. Livelihoods have been destroyed. Over 1 million people have been displaced because of incompetent and corrupt security mismanagement. Meanwhile, during this period, oil prices have been at their all-time high. Trillions have been budgeted for security, but the only thing you see are mansions in Abuja owned by ministers of defense and generals. We know these houses, we know the owners. This is the record of the Jonathan administration in the last 6 years. That's why they don't want to talk about it. So what do they talk about? They move from church to church preaching religious division. They move from town to town preaching ethnic division. They have no record to run on. They take photographs of private estates and claim that the government built the estates. They take photographs of railway bullet trains from Port Harcourt and claim that it's federal government train system. They lie for a living. Do not believe anything they say. Even when they say good morning, check, it is probably Hebrew.
1 minute more.
So do not be deceived. I am here before you as a father of young people like you, because I have many children. We don't count our children. We count blessings. That I care about your future. We all care about your future because we have children too. And we want you to stand up and vote for change. On that day, you get your BBCs. Don't be intimidated by anyone in uniform. Remember.
Yeah. Most of the people you saw in that video, some of you, if you see them today now, what you go do? You go beat them. It wasn't so 7 years ago. Many people like us who continue to tell you, same thing I'm telling you right now. Pay attention. Look into the detail. Don't play into their hand. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is where the end result is going to be. It's all going to be the same thing. You are going to be trapped in it if you give in to what they have set, the rule book, their workbook. Well, these guys were everywhere. They were superstars. Fashola built this. Fayemi is the this. That one is the that. This last, Nigeria electricity, national grid, under this APC, Egbekebe has collapsed 18 times. Have you heard of that before in your life? The first time and the last time that the Nigerian national grid ever collapsed was in 1985. Guess who was in government then? Bukwari. That's the first and the last time. 30 years later, they brought Fashola, the Saleko Barack Obama, who said to build power station is like that I better pass my neighbor generator. That you I better pass my neighbor. If you put like 1,000 of it together, that's megawatts, and that's electricity. The way they collapse the electricity grid for over 12 times in 4 years, Baba. No joke. I'm not kidding you. That is why he became the minister of darkness, homelessness, and potholes. Fashola, Idumota, Barack Obama. These rogues, in 7 years, they put one stunt, by the way, that stunt of Nigeria here. You see their faces there. They are billionaires now. Do you see the Goro teeth of Layamo? He was like, why share mommy? Oh yeah, fun. Get come on. Some of these things that they will say today and say, you know, he was laughing. When Kaduna Little Finger, Hell Rufaya of Kaduna, was reeling out lies. Today, how much is $1? How much is a liter of your petrol? How much is a bag of rice? How much have they looted? How much have they spent on terrorism? How much have they spent on security? Where are you today? There's another part.
Don't be intimidated by anyone in uniform. Remember, a few weeks ago, we needed to get the help of Chad and Niger to chase Boko Haram. So don't let them scare you. They should not scare you. Go out with your permanent voter's card and vote for the party and the candidates that will secure your future. That party is the APC. That party is the APC. Those candidates are the candidates of the APC that emerged through transparent primaries, not criminal imposition. The APC is different. We are different. We represent integrity. General Buhari represent that. We represent performance. Fashola there embodies performance. We represent courage and standing for what is right. Governor Amechi represents that. We we represent honor. Governor Fahimi is the only politician in Nigeria's history that congratulated his opponent even when he knew he was rigged. That is the APC. Compare us with the other criminal enterprise. Thank you very much.
But I'm going to ask Wike to reply. Wike, okay, hang on, you will reply. But before Wike reply them, I bet that it didn't take long before these rogues started claiming their victims too. For example, this experience from this survivor.
I saw horror. Wallahi tallahi idan abu yana kama da yawmal qiyama. Allah ina gana gan shi when I was in captivity. I saw that. I saw horror. I still have nightmares, bad nightmares. Sai an rike ni har yau har gobe. Akan horrors din da na gani. Akan horrors din da na gani. That's why I left Nigeria. That's why I'm here. But wallahi tallahi, if you have not been through what we've been through, a lot of us that have been in captivity and been raped multiple times by terrorists, you would not know. You would not know the pain. You would not know the agony. Nobody stood. Nobody believed me. Nobody said anything. Nobody helped me. No one. No one. And that's what's happening right now to our children. That's what's happening right now to our children. They're being killed. Nobody's believing them. Nobody's saying anything. I'm angry. Nobody's accepting any refugee from northern Nigeria. Nobody. I was raped. I was raped. I was raped by terrorists. I was raped. I was naked. I still have marks on my arm. I know what's going on. I know the pain. I know the pain.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
Now, do you want to see how the people that inflict the pain on them, how they feel? Do you want to see that? I'll show you. BBC African Eye had a serious documentary which took them, according to them, it took them over 8 months before the terrorists finally agreed to grant them interviews. And in that interview, one of them, let me see if I still have that clip, one of them, the terrorist that inflicted this and continue to do so in northern Nigeria today, had this to say. Credit to BBC African Eye, by the way.
It took me 5 months to contact him and another 4 to persuade him to meet. I eventually met Abu Sani deep in the forest. Kana cikin wayanda suka dauka yara a jan gebe yan mata?
Kwarai. Muna ciki.
Yara nawa kuka dauka? Mata nawa kuka dauka?
280.
Shin zaka iya gaya mana dalilin da yasa kuka dauka yan matan nan?
Muka zo mu kuma da kaka ta yi ruwa suka yi sauki. Aka fara turo muna jami'ai inda muke, sai muka ce to bari mu goda ma gwamnati. In ta shiga wannan lamarin matsala ake samu, shi yasa muka zo jan gebe muka dauko yan makaranta tunda sun hana mu mu wuce mu zo gida, dole mu bata mata rai. Muka zo muka dauko yan makarantar jan gebe.
Shin wani irin mutum zai shiga daki da yara yan mata suke kwance ya dauko su da daddare saboda matsala da yake da wani?
To bari maka wani misali wanda kila shi za ka yi fahimta da shi. Kasan an ce idan kai laifi ɗaya za a yi maka wani ɗigo ga zuciya, idan ka ƙara wani za a yi maka ɗigo, da haka a ɗige ma zuciya ta zama baƙi irin. To wanda ke iri waɗannan harukokin baya jin ya damu, da duk irin abubuwan da ke faruwa saboda bushewar zuciya. Amma mu dai illa abin da zan ce muna ba su hakuri. Amma mu ba mu ji wata damuwa da irin haka ne sam. Saboda mu iya abin da muke gani mu yi ma gwamnati mun bata mata rai shine kawai.
Gudu sun ka kama tura mara gudu. Muna nan muna gudu muna taka kayoyi, muna nan muna gudu muna taka kayoyi. Mun ka kai cikin gebe sun ka ce mu rudduka. Da mun ka rudduka sun ka kama kabbara suna cewa Allahu akbar. Ai yan boko ko mu mun iya karatu in mun ka tai can su karantar da.
Ya ce to kun ga bokon ku ba ta da rana tunda ABCD da kun ka iya. Mun ka ce su bari za mu faɗa musu duk dai wasu karatu haka. Mun fara gaya musu kuma sun ka ce ba su so ya ga karatun boko.
You should look for that video on YouTube, okay? BBC African Eye, all right? Documentary on the bandits in northern Nigeria is gory. To the point that the government of Nigeria said they are going to sanction BBC and Daily Trust for doing that, expose. Yes, is one of those who continue to unleash that mayhem. Did you see what he said there? Did you see that? He said, when you commit a crime, it leaves a dark spot in your heart. Now, when you continue to commit crime, what happened? Your heart goes complete black. That means at that point, you have no feelings. Even when you do these things, right? People expect you to have remorse, to have feelings. You don't. So which means Nigeria under Boko Haram have been feeding terrorists, which they called repentant terrorists. Terrorists don't repent. According to one of them, it is they don't feel it. So what do you do with such a people? You let justice take its course. They have committed act of terrorism. Just make their death quick. If you would like to save the state some cost. Not when you begin to allocate billions and hundreds of billions of your money. That even those, their victims in refugee camps, what they have no access to, these terrorists are having access to them because they repented. I want you to remember that, by the way, is the reason why I wanted to share that part. Barrister Ozekome has something as well to add, just as a spice up. Listen.
That the prediction some years ago that Nigeria will become a failed state has actually come to pass. Some of the indices of a failed state are when non-state actors possess equal or stronger or more potent power than a legitimately constituted government. Power of violence, instruments of coercion and violence, as we are saying now. That's one of the greatest signs of a failed state. One of the other greatest signs is when the failed state is looking like amoeba, amoebic. That is formless, shameless. In the secondary school, we were taught biology. I still remember Spirogyra. I still remember Paramecium candantium, an amoeba protus. And then Spirogyra, a green filamentous algae. What we are seeing in Nigeria is that the country itself has become amoebic, in which case formless. It's in a state of void, the type of void that God beheld before he breathed life into everything that came in.
Chief,
so
people are
we
saying
are
the
really
country is
not
failing.
we are really not congealed as a state.
People are saying the country is failing. are you categorically stating that it has failed?
It's failed. It's failed. Listen, when from Kagara to Kankara, from Jangebe to Chibok to Dapchi, people to Kaduna, people are being picked up like lizards.
Oh man, I shouldn't be laughing. I should not be laughing. Seriously, I shouldn't. But you know why I'm laughing, right? They asked him to look at Nigeria, right? And describe what he is seeing. So it started from, there is this memo from the CIA, FBI, that Nigeria is going to be a failed state in so time, and in fact, it's going to break up. Then he wanted to describe the state of Nigeria, and he used Amoeba. You remember that biology, the only thing I remember about Amoeba is that it is shapeless. It is it is formless. Then it has no shape, or it can be any shape or form or size. I don't know. Anyway, they say Amoeba and call get shape. As Nigeria is right now, he was trying to see if he could describe it. Then he couldn't. The reporter said, so you're saying that Nigeria is, are you saying Nigeria is a failed state? Yes, it's failed. That's what I wanted to say on this one. It's failed. He couldn't describe it. Same thing to you. You don't know. If they ask you questions about Nigeria and all of these things happening right now, most of you are kind of surprised too, in a state of shock. Do you know some of you are actually in a state of shock all this while? Like, what the hell is going on? Why is this happening? Homo, what is going on? Why is this? You know what I mean? State of shock. If they ask you to take pen and paper and write down waiting to happen for Nigeria, you not go if you write anything coherent. Yes. And it is deliberate, by the way. So that is what cracked me up there earlier about Ozekome. But with a wiki, you can say it better. I trust him.
When I hear people declaring for APC, saying that they want to continue the good job of Mr. President, the good job of people dying every day, the good job of Naira falling every day, I feel so ashamed that we have gone to the level where sacrificing, people will come and say, look, I want to continue the good job of Buhari. What is the good job of Buhari? Of hunger is a good job. Of poverty is a good job. Of insecurity is a good job. Of the economy falling is a good job. It's such a shameful thing. I can't believe that somebody will come out in today's Nigeria and say, I want to continue where Mr. Buhari has stopped. May God forgive. May God never allow that people to continue to.
I don't know. I just keep laughing. Because, they say that when the situation don't get don't pass sadness to the cry. Baba, you go just the laugh. You never see that thing. You could just tell somebody something so terrible. When you think about Nigeria, you say, then you start laughing. They say, Baba, are you okay? Are you all right? Why are you laughing? My brother, you start laughing. That's what situation of Nigeria has been. But he gave a very succinct definition. What are the legacies of Bokwari? Be honest to yourself, so. And as we speak, it can't be like, say, as much as they want to try to tell you, it's not about religion. It's not about Muslim tickets. Oh, the Christians are scared now. If we don't do something, they are going to kill us. Is that not what they are telling you in your churches now? Hey, these people want to Islamize us now. We need to wake up. APC is Muslim now. We must wake up, or else they are going to win. Are you not saying it already? Don't worry. No be me go cause your religion, the religious war or anything, okay? But as we speak, it be like, say, as they say, for every action, you should expect an opposite or a counter reactions, right? So it can't be like, say, that counter reactions, they work for one person, and some people not too like them. Seriously. Something happened just I think it was yesterday, was it? The obedient. Like I see your hand. I know say on a day here. They eavesdrop. Wait till this guy they talk. I saw this video, but not what they did or inside what they did, but it's because a part of it, I was seeing some people they shout Obi, 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 Obi inside church, because as a be so, they say now the fight of your life, oh, no be so, no be me.
And we also have with us tonight Mr. Peter Obi, who has joined us in for the service this evening. Hallelujah. We're happy to have you with us tonight. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. About this. Okay, praise the Lord. All right, bring out your torchlight and let's wave it. Bring out your lights. Let's wave our lights. Let's wave our lights. Use it as a wave offering to Jesus. Use it as a wave offering to Jesus. Jesus will celebrate you tonight. Jesus will love you. Ancient of Days will magnify you. Father, we give you praise. We give you worship. We give you adoration. Let there be light. And there was. Hallelujah. Father, thank you. Blessed.
That feels good for you. Doesn't that feel good? It must. Because make I tell you, because me, if you are looking for #1 troll on Nigeria, political, social media, I don't know how many we are. I can tell you, I am one of the prolific troll everywhere. If you are bored and you are not in any way entangled in this entanglement called Nigeria, and you are not one of those falling for this euphoria and all of this hula baloo, you're going to have a lot of fun if you go out there to go and read the conversation between the APC, Egbekegbe, the PDP, Vuvuzelas, and the Labour Party, Obedient. You go think, say, Peter Obi, is, how should I put it? Let's say maybe Peter Obi is bigger than Tifnumbu and Atifku, PDP, APC combined. But there's something so kind of different as well, right? PDP, APC, right? They kind of agree together on the obedience. And it's so fun to see. You need to see them back and forth, break back, break back, break back. Some of the times, right? They are the ones who supply me some of these short clips that, to argue their point and all. It's so fun. People are taking shape and all of that. And as it is, it can't be like, say, it is Peter Obi versus the rest. Like I told you, it is fun to see as we speak. Here is another part of that church, what have you.
Also, Her Excellency, Governor's wife of Delta State, Mrs. Edith Okowa,
I think I should explain this, right? In part of the activities in the church or the pastor, dunamis, they were surprised that there were so many people who actually knows about Obi in their church, because they had, they have all these politicians they bring to the front row in your church. Election is near anyway, so so there's a governor there, there's a wife of a governor there, then there is Peter Obi there. Somehow, theoretically, this happened. Let me play that. Yeah.
Also, Her Excellency, Governor's wife of Delta State, Mrs. Eddie Tokoa, I think I just get a third person. Former governor of Anambra State, His Excellency Peter Obi, get me the flags.
It is well with Nigeria. Let me say that Nigeria will never go down. A new dawn is better. In the mighty name of Jesus. Only the Lord will do this. In Jesus' name.
Father, we all join our faith together and declare henceforth Nigeria is liberated. Amen. Nigeria is rescued. Amen. Nigeria is restored. Amen. To the glory of you, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
God, we have no other country except this one. God deliver us. God free us. God liberate us. We have no other nation except this one. God deliver us. Amen.
You get Do you get it? If you don't get it, this is it.
It is smoky Igbo. It is taking India.
God, we have no other country but this country. God, come and save us. God. Well, all of you day your new, they pray with Peter. God, come and save us. God, please help us. God, please give us direction. God, we need you. God, we are scared. God, all of that stuff. I'm not mocking God. Nigeria has our own God. It is a God of, scam. It's not real. When politicians call God, you should know better anyway. By the way, there is one extra touch I actually wanted to add to this tonight, which is so important. It's an update on what we had the last time before I went on my break. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take a course for just a few minutes, okay? But I'm going to give that update. But before I do that, I am going to take just a 2 minutes break. Now, you can also take a break at this point, okay? Which means you can like the video, you can like the broadcast, you can share it if you haven't yet. And then don't go anywhere. This time around, it is going to be on the Yoruba Union, the same project we are embarking upon on this platform. Or have you forgotten? I bet you haven't. So I will be back. Don't go anywhere. And when I get back, we would continue from where we are stopping. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. So, to the members of Temple of Truth, Maiyegun's Diary Politico, we the Yorubas, sons and daughters, who have taken it upon ourselves to act and not just talk when it comes to what our people are facing in Yoruba land. How do we come in? How do we intervene? And how do we make this sing song of Yoruba sovereignty a permanent thing in Yoruba land, if not just for the generation that is there now, but the generation that is coming, so that on our own, on our part, they can say we did all we could. So you sent me this message. I want a bit of a caveat here, okay? Maiyegun's Diary Politico is Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Now, this Yoruba Union, which is also an affiliate of Yoruba Rescue Fund, that we all agreed on this platform. And I was given the task to put it together. Now, the task of putting it together, which rested on me and my team behind the scene, I have something to present to you. We've done all we could, in the back end. And most of them that actually requires us funding the setup, I have taken care of that. Or should I say, we have taken care of that because of what we have as our own savings. Now, in the next 2 days, we are going to launch our own platform called the YorubaUnion.org. Okay, so this is where you will be signing up if you are interested in being part of this, especially for many of us in the Temple of Truth. Now, I came on tonight to share a few things with you. Okay, so part of them starts with what is the logo going to be like, right? It's so important. I have something in mind, but I kind of want you to see them, okay? If you ask me, I would say every one of these design kind of represent what we have in mind. Support our people, give support in the area of security, food security, and so many other things that we are planning to do. It's sort of a huge, humanitarian intervention that, that will stand the test of time, right? So I have few here. I'm going to share them with you, and I'm going to take calls at some point, okay? So in 2 days' time, right, you are going to go on to that YorubaUnion.org. You are going to sign up, provide just basic information, including an email address, all right? You are going to create a profile for yourself. And in that process, process, you are going to also meet other Yorubas from all over the world. So we are going to drive a membership campaign for it on the 1st of August. And from the 1st of August, it will be our job, especially many of us who have been asking for this. So in 2 days' time, it is going to go live. Okay? You will sign up. I will sign up. But for now, we are not, committing ourselves into raising any fund or contributing money for now. Okay, so because we need that legal framework before we could do that. All right. So I would take you through that when that time comes as well. When it comes to providing, I told you the last time on this, the consultant that is going to help us put all of this together, everything that is going to safeguard all we have in mind to do, right, is already billing us about £5,000, right? And then there's a payment plan. I haven't really discussed that yet. But from what I have, I think we can still make provision for the first payment on this until everything is sorted and the certificate for this is completely released. Now, that will give us a wing to fly. Around that time, when our certificate is fully ready, then we can fly and start all our activities, which means before then, we would have prepared ourselves, get to know those interested and then joining us, get to see those who want to be volunteers and which areas they are going to be useful, open the window for, secretariat communication where you can ask questions, where you can submit, materials that can help us to educate the people. In fact, help us to cover the Yoruba land there even better. So secretariat, stuff, we're going to open that. Now, all of these are going to be gradual. Again, the first set is for us to first sign up, okay? When we sign up, when it is time for us to begin to set up our monthly funding for it, I would let you know as well. But for now, legally, we can't do that in that name. But we can start. So it's going to happen in 2 days' time barring any kind of, unplanned or any changing circumstances, okay? But look at your screen. So we are contemplating this as the one on the right, which is the Yoruba Union logo, okay? So we are contemplating the one on the right. I love that because it's a crest with something that, with an image or images that look like, a big brother or a mother trying to protect a child. And if you look at that one there on the right, you will see the Ori Olokun there too, which represents wealth, peace, progress, and growth as well. Yeah, prosperity. So in Yoruba land, it is significant. So I initially went for that, right? Let me show you properly. The crest and all of that. So some said, no, what about the color? They don't like green, but the fact that it's mixed there with, black, the green for our greener pastures there, the people, the young, the old, and all that stuff. So I love this, right? If you ask me, but this is me, okay? So you probably have a different one by the time you see the next one, okay? So you have seen the other one, which is this second one. We call ourselves Igbimo Majekobaje Ile Yoruba, home and abroad. So if you join us, you'll become a member of the Igbimo Majekobaje Ile Yoruba, right? Now, some said this look good, but they don't like the green and white in it. They would rather a different color. We tried different colors. They didn't look good, all right? So I therefore felt like maybe it's a no-no for us, since we already have something similar in the crest. The crest looked like a shield. How many of you know about a warrior? So, Yoruba Union as a group is coming as a shield, a sort of, shield for what is wrong in Yoruba land in a more subtle way that we won't even openly say much, okay? But there's another one. People like this. They said, oh, this one looks so great, but they wish it's not green, right? But just before I came on, I received this as well as part of what we are also, trying out. Just, okay, what do you think? There's another one. There's a way we are playing with the green. It's the green and white. The green there is that we are playing with it enough because of most of our intention is to go into food security after providing support for those that are going to provide physical security. We should go into food security in a way that will be further explained once this goes live. Okay, so some said we should try blue, but we tried blue. I wish I could bring that today, but sorry, I didn't bring that. Okay, so some said we should try blue, but it's kind of skewed, but I'll try that some other time. But tell me, you have all this, and I'll tell you, this is the one I personally have recommended. It sits well on on t-shirts. It sits well on on letter-headed paper. It sits well. If you put this on your face cap, if you put it on anything, it sits well. Any kind of sort of But again, I will let you decide. I am just doing my own job, which is what you sent me to do. I should have delivered this 3 days ago to let you know what we are, not this now. And then, then we will need to up what we have as our own funding, because I have received, put it this way, I have received a skeletal, quote for that publicity that you said we should continue to do. The billboards. Now, this time around, we are targeting the billboards to Kogi, to Kwara in Ilorin, to Ilorin rather in Kwara. We are targeting Oshun Ife. We've been there. We're going to renew that. We are targeting Edo, close to Ore Benin Road, then close to Ondo. Akure, we are targeting Ado Ekiti. Just to plan them somewhere here and there, we are looking at about 10 billboards, right? So ordinarily, in the closer, proximity where we've done it before, we've spent 250,000 naira per one, right? Now, if we are looking at going further to Kogi and all of that, that also added to our logistics of getting them there. And then most cases, right, these states, they also have different laws that, that actually, guards this publicity of a thing, billboard, posters, and all of that, okay? So, which means we have to deal with them state by state, depends on, to make sure that nobody touches any of our billboard or any of our publicity stuff, right? Now, for a month, that is going to cost us about 3.2 million naira for the 10. That's a lot, isn't it? Then, if we decide to extend it for another month, now here is the difference. You see, the first one is going to include printing. They have to print all the banners themselves, right? They have to put them up where we want them to be put up. And they're going to stay up for the next 1 month, 30 days. And for this 10, right, our bill is 3.2 million naira. That's a lot. That's one. Now, if we decide to extend it for another month, making it 2 months subscription, right, we are going to get prepared for another 2.2 million naira. Now, 2.2 million is for the extension for that period, no longer about printing. So we are now looking at, somewhere around over 5 million naira. Remember that the last balance we have in our small bank, Maiyegun's holding, as we speak, right, has been depleted. And I'll tell you why. I had to dip my hands into our purse to pay for the setup of these two websites. And when I say setup of it, it includes paying for the domain, paying for this or that. That will give us at least another 5 years to start with. Let's see how we run it for another 5 years, that we don't have to worry about any of our stuff and all that. Then behind the scene as well, there is this there is this financial window. You see that financial platform that will handle all our financial transactions to make sure that we are not taking in any illegal money or stolen money from anywhere. Those who are going to be looking through every penny that comes through to us, that is a yearly subscription of £400. I don't know the naira of it yet. Now, we will need to subscribe that for a while too. But for now, I've only paid for a year of it, which is that when we finally go live, to begin to take donations, to begin to take subscriptions and the rest of that from us, ourselves and all of that, under the law, yeah, we would not have to worry about any financial financial illegality or whatever. I don't know if that's even the right word. But however, everything that has to do from the back end have already cost us over £2,000, by the way, but I'll use that estimate. So what does that tell you? From what we have as a saving, £6,900 from all our savings, we have depleted down to 4,000. You can say 5 grand. Now, if we then go ahead to start paying for our publicity, to start paying for a few other things that we plan to do, then we will have nothing. In fact, we will not even be able to pay for them. This is where you come in. I am just a messenger. Remember that. And this is the update. So if we have to pick a day that we need to raise, and that has to happen ASAP. We have to pick a day that we have to raise our fund in order to meet up what we are budgeting to spend money on, right? And this is why in the next 3 days, by the 2nd of August, I'm going to be meeting that consultant that is going to put together all our legal framework for the Yoruba Union that we are putting together now, right? So, and once we have a conversation and it's clear, with your authorization from what I have, I would have to pay out a £2,500 upfront fee for that to that consultant. I always keep my receipt, by the way, so don't worry. I always keep my receipts. Now, if I have to pay that out, what does that tell you? We are out. We will not be able to pay any other publicity for real. So if we have to choose a day to raise fund, you will tell me. If we have to abandon our publicity for now, you will tell me. Anything we have to do, I would wait for you. This is where we are, and I'm going to go make my another tea. Now, when I come back, I'll take few calls. Don't forget, there's a lot we discussed tonight. You can choose what you want to discuss or where you want to add on. In fact, you can ask questions for anything that is not so clear. To me, I have delivered on my part. It is time to listen to others, okay? So don't go anywhere. If you haven't really dropped your offering, you should drop it now. Like that video, share it. When I get back, I may be taking your call. Your call, yes. Don't go anywhere. Hello there. Mind you, I'm going to my caller just for a second, okay?
All right.
Do you mind turning off that broadcast?
Yep, it's going to go off.
Can you yes. Put that broadcast, please?
It is.
Grand. How are you, my caller?
Good. Maiyegun, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Ekurole, Sharanli. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir.
Well, yes, it's Crownfit calling from Toronto.
Did you say
it's Crownfit calling from Toronto.
Sir, how are you?
Good. Yourself?
I am very well, sir. Thank you. It's good to hear from you, by the way. So how is Toronto?
Yes. Oh, well, very warm and bright, nice and sunny.
Enjoy it while it lasts, sir. Enjoy it.
Oh, it's countdown. When you see it bright like that, remember, winter is around the corner.
Exactly. So
yes.
Enjoy it while it lasts. So you are part of it tonight. I gave my updates, but before then I said some other things. You know, you are such a a picky person. I don't know where you want to pick from tonight, sir. Please.
Well, I unfortunately I did not start with you when you started the broadcast, but I just wanted to just weigh in with a few words. When ibi tó bá lè là ń bọ́kùnrin, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tán jẹ́ ọmọ Oòduà, ọmọ káàárọ̀-o-jíire, ọmọlúwàbí. A ti ń sọ, a ti ń jù síwájú, à ń jù sẹ́yìn, à ń kí, à ń fà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀mẹni tó kù. Kò sígbà kan tí gbogbo ẹ̀ ò ní dàrú. Wọ́n sún wa débẹ̀ ni. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, my own personal opinion tonight, I wish they are picking up these folks have, literally swallowed Abuja already.
That's what I'm saying. If
okay. Abuja goes down, Nigeria is done. Thank you. So, there's always a price to pay when things happen. So, we are grandma, grandpa, cousin, auntie, brother, sister, friend, classmate. She was caught up in the line of crossfire. Those who are hopelessly hopeful and those who are ignorantly, are heading in the wrong direction. Chomo, I caught up on a few things to play Ozekome. Kò sí ẹnikẹ́ni tí wọ́n ti tó lọ sílé ìwé tó ka tó wà nínú class fún ọdún mẹ́wàá tí ò mọ̀ túmọ̀ failure. Àfi tá a bá máa purọ́ tanra wa jẹ.
Exactly.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tó bá ṣe.
How can I describe? Papa, you describe it. Failure is failure. There's no other way to describe it. You can use examples,
And there is enough information around the world. All you have to look into is Benin Republic, or look at Cameroon, or look at Niger. Now, nínú gbogbo àwọn ìlú tó surround wa yìí, mélòó nù wọn ni bandits ń gba owó orí tí wọ́n occupy significant portion of the land tí wọ́n dẹ̀ move as they like. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàgbé nípa àwọn politicians. Let's go back to the military regime.
Right.
When you are given a marching order, when everything is done by decree. Àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n máa ń ṣèpàdé jọ pé àláìkí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lókè ẹja àgbàjọba ẹ̀. Even during those periods, we still have order in the land. Eléyìí tá à ń fojú wa rí sí àwọn èèyàn tí wá wà so desensitized to the point that they are moving at a state of hypnotic neurosis, if there's any such word that qualifies the attitude. Ìlú tí àwọn ọmọ ìlú wọ́n ti wà disarmed, officially disarmed. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ ń gbé heavy duty artillery, like heavy duty equipment. One attack military installation. One machine. One move at will one. Wọ́n tún record ara wọn kò sí wípé bóyá wọ́n ṣe kankan ní kọ̀kọ̀ àfẹ́ tẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń bọ́ èdè wọn. Now, àwọn tí wọ́n wà ó kú pé election kan fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé wọ́n sùn ni? Àbí àwọn gan fúnra wọn ṣé orí wọn ti dàrú ni? I don't know how to qualify. But gradually you are looking at literally the entire country being engulfed, okay, surrounded. Títí òṣìṣẹ́ iná ò tàn, omi ò flow, ilé ìwòsàn ò ṣe déédéé. Every arm of law enforcement is penetrated. Every arm of law enforcement. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n wọ aṣọ tó yẹ pé ẹ̀mí wọn náà fẹ́ fi ra ikú, ẹ̀mí wọn náà ti gbé sílẹ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń sọ fún yín pé wọ́n ní ká má máa wọn ará bí. Wọ́n ní ká má pa wọ́n. Tàbá lè mú wọn láàyè. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé kò sẹ́ni tí wọ́n ti mú pé olórí kan rèé tá a ti mú nílùú yìí o. Ká dẹ̀ ṣe kí ni? Ká lè ṣe expedited kini judicial system wa ká implement òfin wà ní ìdíkò ṣe bóyá.
Crown fit sir and go far. Ẹ̀yin ti sọ yìí pé out of àwọn tó ti ń mú kó sọ pé thank God o nígbà pátá tí mú ta free o tó repent o ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ information wọn ló jẹ́ ká má wọn tó
tí wọ́n fún wa. Right.
Yeah. So
one day so
next thing they are freeing people, Abi. They are repentant. How come that since they are getting thousands of repentant terrorists, none of them gave them intel on how to end this terrorism if they are tired, as they are telling us?
No, they're not. You see, they're not interested. They are not interested in any intel gathering. It's all game. They are playing from the Taliban Afghanistan playbook.
Until it is too
okay.
late.
To law research how Afghanistan fell into the hands of the Taliban. Okay, could they understand the similarity between the Taliban and Boko Haram? Okay, you see that the current military president, this man was never a democratic. This man has no democratic heart of any kind. Okay, he's still living in Stone Age. Tebawo history here. Okay, is one of the few people to literally commit treason against Nigeria.
What do you mean by a few people?
Because
he's the first person to commit.
Yeah, I want anyone. subsequently, me to take over from taking over.
You know why his own standards, right? Why his own stood out, sir?
Yeah.
People elected Shagari, even if it's rigged. We're talking about millions.
Yes.
And he just came in and wasp him and he kicked him out. Nobody tried that.
And he wiped them out.
Nobody tried it after that.
Exactly. So, even one thing, our Senate suddenly one laju, impeach. Then you see one thing attack NDA no Obasanjo lọ fún training NDA. Arima gbabe koja, Babangida gbabe koja. Dinka, Muritala, name any military head of state.
All of them out to pass the NDA.
So any kidnap general, or to kidnap our commission officer. What one call in they go ibi òjijì wọn láti ẹwà mú o ibi náà ti ń péjọ sí o àìmá dáṣẹ̀rí àfọ̀n ṣùgbọ́n àsìkò yẹn ò tí ì tó but wọn ò lè kọjá àbí tí wọ́n wà yìí wọn ò lè jáde wọn ò lè wọlé wọn wà ń bí wọn ò ṣe yẹn. Now wọ́n ti wá gbójú gbóyà wọ́n wá tún wá dé ilé ìjọba tó bá ti kọjá Abuja ní Nàìjíríà ń bolo tún kù náà.
People are not thinking, sir. But we will continue to remind them.
Èkó ń sìn kí ló fún ní assurance àwọn Fúlàní náà ní customs àwọn Fúlàní náà run Tinkan àti Wharf.
That's right.
Àwọn clearing agent nìkan tí wọ́n kàn ń gba paper tí wọ́n ń clear container àwọn yẹn kí nọ́mọ̀ tó wà ní container tí wọ́n ti clear lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan a máa rí wípé unclaimed weapon kan kàn surface.
Whatever they want to let in or not in is them. Even when Baba nígbà confiscate weapons stop any illegal kinigan, have you ever asked yourselves where do they go to? Do you think they just
where did it end up? Where did it end up? Thank you. And kò sí container tí ò ní bill of lading. Ìlú wo náà trace ẹ̀ padà sí pé okay shipment yìí wá láti UK o ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń deal in arms ní UK báwo ló ṣe kọjá customs ti yín? Ká trace ká ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ ká jókòó ká tọ̀nà sí pé okay ibi ló ti wà. So àwọn èèyàn wá rò wípé there is still a process in a failed state. The police structure tó ti wà completely compromised. Military, civil defense, everything tó lè dáàbò bò ìlú.
Exactly.
So gbogbo ẹ̀ ti. Ṣé ó dìgbà tó bá di no ṣé ó dìgbà tó bá di alágbolé àbó rí footage tó surface in the last 24 hours ní 10 minutes drive away from Abuja táwọn people is tó wá wo artillery tí wọ́n unleash àdúgbò wo nìyẹn máa wọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí àdúgbò wo nìyẹn kẹ́nì kankan máa dúró military installation ni wọ́n attack tá a dẹ̀ rí fire power tó respond pátá now. How secure is Lagos? Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń sọ wípé ẹ̀yin pípọ̀ yìí ìjọba ìbáyìí là ń bọ̀ àkàn ń dúró kan sọ fún wa pé ká wọlé ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń rí everybody dẹ̀ dákẹ́ wọ́n ń pariwo nínú church.
Àwọn ló kàn crown fit records no so that we manage the time sir thank you so much.
Ṣé tí mo kọ́ sọ fún ẹ sórí update to give let the fundraising begin now. Yesterday, okay, let it begin now. Any avenue, let it start today.
Okay. So what I'm going to
you
do,
have
sir, what I'm going to do.
You have and do it.
Sir, say that again, sorry.
Money, if it is $1, Luni, go and put it there. Let it start now. There's not enough time. I want anything you want from wearing in 6 weeks. Ìlú lè parẹ́ ní 2 days. How many days? Nothing take over. Thomas fẹ́ ṣe coup d'etat.
It doesn't take.
It's just 1 day.
Just 1 day. Less than 1 day.
So let it be. Let the priority be that we move now. It's not something that she said, Mama, consensus yẹn pàtúndúró ó tẹ̀lé àdàbẹ̀ pé àwa gan-an ní priority tàbá dúró any further because you've done everything to do the groundwork.
Right.
It's complete. So when it comes to the money, we can start to do what? Raise the funds now. Now, not today, not tomorrow. Let it start now.
I know you. For those who don't know Crown Fit very well, is one of the greatest founder of all we have been doing on this platform. I'm not just talking about just funding. I'm talking about heavily, right? So, sir, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to announce it now. Then we'll go give it a follow-up from tomorrow. We need to raise enough to pay for all we plan to do if we really want to do them. But again, sir, I'll do just that, okay? I'll share the link now. I'll put the account up for everyone who wants to chip in anything from now. You can use the PayPal. You can use our link, the one we've been always using. Then I'll put on the account, Diaspora Radio account now. The usual thing is that every penny that comes into that place belongs to this, what we're about to do now. So I once put a hold on donations, contributions, and the rest of that. Now I'm lifting that hold now. So if you check the comment section, you can use the link. Just use that. And I am going to, before we end the program, I'm going to check my screen. Presently, we have 188 pounds. But hopefully, before we leave the program tonight, we can raise enough to cover part of what we want to do. And tomorrow, we'll continue, which is the end of the month. And then afterward, which is going to be on Monday, we will begin to pay out for all we want to do. I have a caller. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Hello, sir. The Prince.
Yeah, my good. This is Prince. Okay, man.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you?
Well, I'm fine. I'm here. So it's been a very, very busy 3 days for me, but I'm glad to be back. So, how are you?
You're highly welcome. We'll be missing you. You know.
I know. I missed everyone. I got your message as well. Like I was like, Prince, go YouTube. I already left a message why I've not been around. So and then this is me back. So the Prince. Give me a sec, by the way. So to everybody who wants to chip in something, my brother Kalu Okpara, I don't know if you're watching, right? I know you and I know what you can do as well. So if you are seeing this and everyone else, okay, you who can't use the link as we do, the link is in the comment section right now. Open it, add your penny, okay? Everything comes to me. Then if you want to use the PayPal, in fact, that one is really good. You can use the PayPal, add the message, put your penny there, whatever you want to add, okay? And then if you are sending anything into this account on your screen, I personally know that every penny that goes into it belongs to what this call, okay? So, and then I will give an update tomorrow. So for now, remember, every contribution is voluntary. Nobody is asking you to do it if you don't want to, okay? If you don't believe in it, if it's nothing to you, please don't put your anything in it, okay? As an adult, if you put a penny in it, it means that you are matured enough to make a decision of making a donation, okay? So, and we will not be responsible afterward. Here is another thing. If you make a donation right now and then you change your mind, this platform is so good that you will get your refund back within 3 days. So you do that, cancel it in 3 days, and you can get your money back. Nobody is forced to do this. If you do it, it's because you want to do it. So the link is there. Every other one is there. I will account for whatever I get tomorrow. But yeah, Prince, sorry for taking your time. I just had to quickly add that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's a nice one. Yeah. In support of that, yes, I really support that. Little drop of water makes a mighty ocean, you know. The situation that we are in now, we are in a state of emergency.
Yes, we are.
You know, because of what is happening. You can see these guys, they're already rounding up their sorrow. You know, they are just waiting for a handover. Handover is what we are.
As if they even plan to hand over anything at all. You know, when you begin to hear gunshot along Lagos Ibadan Expressway, begin to hear bomb along Benin or Expressway, or more. Everybody go to think of where they go run to now. No transition, no takeover now. So that's why it's good for people to be kind of have something to fall back on when something like this eventually going to happen. Because I don't see how jihadists will take over Nigeria or military will take over Nigeria to say they want to save Nigeria, and then they will find it easier to force us to still be part of this arrangement. I don't see how. I'm not going to say much. You know what I mean? Now, go on.
It's not possible.
Can you get if we tell ourselves so?
The military already is divided.
Good.
You understand? Because we have one section in the military which are purely terrorists. You get what I mean?
I'm with you.
And that section that they called that came in through Operation Safe Corridor.
Yeah.
They are the ones that are monitoring the rest who came in genuinely to salvage Nigeria or to serve their motherland. Get what I mean?
I'm with you.
So already the military is divided. So anybody that's coming up now to say
They've compromised their military as well. I suspect that too. And it simply means that if any military takeover happens, it's not because the military have the capacity, it's because not them stay jam.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly. So Maiyegun is here. Well, my worry tonight is about this obedient pastors and obedient followers. You know, the nation is in a state of war. I don't know if these people get what is going on. That country is in a state of war. These guys, Fulani terrorists, they war on that nation, and they are just the government is just pretending as if they are doing anything. You know, because if the government is doing anything, it cannot get to this extent that these people will dare encroach the federal capital. You understand? They can't encroach that federal capital. They can, be mad somewhere else, but not in that environment at all. You understand?
I'm with you.
You know, so the country is in a state of war. You cannot one cannot show cassava and expect to reap rice.
No.
You get what I mean?
I do.
Like these pastors that are praying for Obi and praying for some of them carrying flag, Nigerian flag, which blood has
part of the bobo now. You know, this time around, it depends on who is calling on that God. Depends on who is that. If Tifnumbu carry that flag, they call God, Some people are going to be like, which this devil did? But if Obi carry him or somebody with they like carry him, or this time around, they will tell you God is answering that prayer, you know, until when they find out later that God has no business in all of this whole thing. It's just you and your imaginations that Nigeria planting your head. Everything else is just your own making up.
Honestly, I don't know the kind of God they are calling, the kind of God they are talking.
It's Nigerian God.
But God has principle. I get in there. I just narrate it to you that you cannot sow cassava and expect to reap rice, reap up rice.
No, it doesn't work.
I get in me. You cannot sow corruption and expect that you are going to just reap harvest of prosperity. It's never, it can never be.
You know, if you spend hundreds of billions of naira, say you want to be president, can't come around, you can't say, I'm a good man, I know they thief your money. Where you take 100 billion, where you spend?
Exactly.
So you think you can actually mock God? Like in Nigeria, you can mock that God.
Exactly, that is mocking God. That is mocking God because you don't pray to change things that you see that is going to kill you. I get in the Maiyegun.
I'm with you.
See, you know, even in the Bible, the word of God says that a wise man foreseeth evil and hide. You understand? And hide himself. The state that Nigeria is now is in a state of war. And this war is not just because of there is anything special. It's just that because the Fulani has an agenda, Ruga agenda, to capture the whole Nigeria and make it their own country. And they have plan B. You know, they've laid pipeline into the jail. They've run railway
see what they've
jail.
done to that their naira, by the way. Like, shouldn't they be worried?
So that if why they are doing this, if Nigeria got destroyed completely, or they can easily run in their terrorists through the railway line, you know, and the oil that are going from Niger Delta that Asare Dokobo is doing pipeline guy. That oil and gas going to Maradi, they are saving it. You know, they have depot there in Niger, which if they happen to lose Nigeria, that will be their second home they will run into. And they will have reserves that they can use to continue their terrorism over there. Maiyegun General, our people must wake up. All the people that are shouting for their PVC, if the God open their eye to see the plan of the ganja weed, they will all run into Togo, into Ghana, into Benin Republic. All of them will be running now before the rain of stone begin to fall down on their head. I will
thank you
stop
so much,
a word
the Prince.
is enough for the wise.
I know.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Good work.
I don't know what's going on. I think I've got a frozen screen. I bet it's back. Okay. Thank you, Prince. Yeah, I appreciate your contribution.
Yeah.
Let me take another one as well. I was going to share my screen just to see if people have been responding to that, to that request. So I'm going to go on to that link where we have our fundraiser.
Good work,
Thank you so much, Prince. Thank you very much. I'll take
Yeah,
another one this time around. Let's also be prepared. It is happening. And when it finally happened, you should be sure of where you would like to be. Which part of the whole scheme of DS you want to be, or the one you created for yourself. So yeah, this is our screen. So for now, I can tell you I have received the first donation, and that first donation is £5. So my donor, thank you very much for testing your card. Okay, the card is working. Now you can do more when you want to. I know it's it's a bit up out there now, cost and all of that. But nevertheless, as we say, £1, £10, £1,000, £100, just drop them there. They all come to something, and we can work with that. Here we go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Ekale, I'm fine.
Ekale. So, this is Maiyegun, by the way.
Calling from Lagos.
Daniel, sorry.
Chris calling from Lagos.
Did you say Prince or Chris? Chris, that's you. Chris. I remember you. How are you, Chris?
I'm fine.
Great to have you again tonight. So, yeah, go on.
Yeah, mo try to log in, but mo try to sign up, but kò sí àyè Nigeria and there.
Hey.
I think them you get it at
I wouldn't know. Ó dà pé ó ní àwọn banker kan tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún. If you try ti orí online give send go yẹn. But ti PayPal, that link from PayPal ìyẹn wà nínú link tó ń scroll lójú screen yìí, right? And if it doesn't really work, Baba, you can still hold on, okay? I mean, so don't press it. Those who are actually able to do it, the time is coming. It will be easier than now, okay? And you'll be able to do what you would like to do. No matter how big or how small you want to have it, right? You'll be able to do that conveniently, sir. So don't pressure it if it doesn't work, all right?
Yeah.
Go on.
Àti
torí step by step, sure.
Détàn, you understand? So I gbọ́dọ̀ approach it.
I believe you.
I gbọ́dọ̀ approach it very fast. And mo tún sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé tó bá ní family, tó bá ní ìyàwó àtọmọ, bí èmi báyìí, kó máa try àti send wọn lọ sí nearby country like Ghana, Benin. Torí kò sí gbà pé kó má wá jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa wá regret pé àwọn take step yẹn, pé àwọn ò bá take step yẹn. You understand? Torí bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe wà yìí, I'm very much happy pé generation mi ló ti fẹ́ break out. At least my children can even if tí ọ̀tá mi bá bógun lọ, torí ó possible. Tó bá ti bá bógun lọ, àwọn ọmọ mi wọ́n lè sọ pé lóòótọ́ o, bàbá mi wọ́n jà fún freedom wọn. So mo máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé kó máa gbéra lẹ̀. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ pé kò kò ní dé irọ́ ni in as much as pé tó bá ti ní sọ́kàn pé ó ti dé just seal it up there then take the necessary step to bá jẹ́ family ni know how to secure your wife and children since once tó bá ti mọ̀ pé ó ti dé you will know the next thing but tó bá sọ pé kò ní dé then rí you are not doing anything you are holding your hand.
Getting yourselves ready and all of that. Kama wokwe Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká rí Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká rí until gbà tó bá débòde tó máa ní ogun débòde.
Ẹja gbàgbé Ọlọ́run. Ẹja gbàgbé nípa ti Ọlọ́run. Tó bá ti dé Ọlọ́run máa mọ ó ṣe máa guide yẹ. Kò ń ṣe pé bóyá ń pé ẹ máa ní Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́. Those are gbogbo àwọn ìyẹn àwọn mediocre as in in fact tí máa ń bá àwọn èèyàn sọ pé kí ni ìdè tán wá ní Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pa yín lọ ẹ̀nà Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́. Are you in your right sense at all?
Thank you so much, Chris. Thanks for this.
So, Kolon.
We are ready. Arankota Charity Abashe Itafeshita in Yoruba Union, which is for everybody to have something like an umbrella, where it's not just about the name, it's also about the Kotani Lati offer. You said something about, you want to do this. Fight later. Now, what we want to do is that we want to make sure that we want to make fight worth it for every Yoruba man or woman that want to stand up. That's why we need to do this, because Agbajowo no nothing so ya. So any talk about that tequida, she gets. So help is on the way. We are all going to fight this together, but we'll fight it, with the resources that they never believed that we could muster. Baba, it go be. Chris, thank you so much. Let me take another one. So that's Chris. Let me go and refresh my page. I know some of us are going to respond to this later. It doesn't really matter, okay? Whenever you have the time, go on there, chip in your own penny. It will always get here, okay? And it's going to come to something. £1, £2, £10, £100, Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
The general. This is Windy City.
The Windy City. I've got my people in the house tonight, and I'm glad that you guys are getting this. It's good to hear from you.
Yes. So nice to. I'm fine. And you and the family?
I'm very fine. I didn't know, or maybe I never used to, or probably I've forgotten how useful Agbeka is to this ministry, right? You see, this crucial 2 hours, 3 hours is so crucial that when she had to be in the hospital for 3 days now, that I've had to take care of her, Layla, I actually get to know the importance, the significance. And trust me, I'm never going to take it for granted anymore. It became so like, I was just like, no, it's not going to make any sense if I'm here. And all of you can hear the cries of Layla. Like, is that Layla crying? It's not going to go well. So she's back home.
God, you better go and prepare the feeding bottle, man.
I know, but, she's not that age where she could listen to voice and then stick to one. But I'm glad she's back. And here I am. I'm back.
Thank God.
By the way.
Thank God. Glory be to God.
Amen.
Now, I have a few things to say.
Please.
And I'm just going to take short few minutes.
Please, sir.
To all my colleagues, brother, sister, father, junior brother, junior sister, senior sister, I greet everybody.
Greet you, sir.
And I'm appealing to everybody. You see, it is time for us to go big.
That's right.
You see that we go big or we go home.
That's right.
Okay?
Like that.
I mean, you see, we cannot be pushing wishy-washy.
Mm-hmm.
If we are going to fight, let's fight. Honestly. And I'm talking about $1 here, or a pound there, 1 lira here. Everything become a large sum.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We cannot be planning a battle and and just be sitting on our hands. We need a massive war chest. Please, my people, we need a massive war chest. I know things are not easy. The inflation is out there,
And it is really biting everybody, I have to say. Also, the UK, it's a different ball game, and it's serious. And I bet it's the same.
I live in America. I live in Chicago, and I can tell you, when I go to the store, the thing we used to buy for $2 is now $4. But gas is. I happen to live not far from Indiana, so I travel across the state line to buy gas just to save $1.
Just to cut cost here and there. I know.
Yes. Okay. But you see, whatever we do today is going to be an history tomorrow.
It would be.
Let's put this thing together, please. I'm begging, because for a long time we're watching this thing, and people are trying. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah.
But Abala Feja, we need a war chest. Whichever way they call, we should be able to, toe to toe, mano a mano.
That's right.
So please, I have nothing else to say. Set it up. You set it up. We are not going to be going back to what you say. Abuja, we all know.
I can make official, so that then us make official. What will happen to us? What will happen to us as a people? Are we just going to have to go to line up? Or are we just going to go revolution? What is going to happen? I want to be part of those that make something happen when that happens.
What we need now is to go quiet and do our thing.
That's right.
Amass a lot of funds.
Yes, resources as much as possible.
Because
so that,
we won't be able to do anything. Because I'm not going to lie to you. If I have $500 right now, I can afford to donate $100. But if Dagaba do Nigeria, if she feed the fans tonight, family they need $500. Trust me, not that I don't like Nigeria, not that I don't love Yoruba the nation, not that I don't love my Yoruba people, but trust me, I will send that 500. So let's make it today.
We all know how we have been dealing, improvising when some of these unbudgeted demands come from our family members. We all know how we deal with them, Baba. So I get you so much. So whoever has anything to spare, it may not even be now. You know what I do tell people, sir, right? It may not just be now on this program. You don't have to do it now. You may just have it at the back of your mind, like, you know what? I'm going to do that on Monday, or I'm going to do that on Tuesday when all my direct debits are out, when I know that, when I'm sure of what I have left, then I can do it. So there's no rush. We should just know that if we want things done, we all need to chip in $1 or $2 here and there. Or else, everything we say is just going to be a wish. So
to end my ranting,
yes, sir.
Please don't let us put it to tomorrow, what we can do today, because tomorrow is no promise to no one. Please, God bless everybody.
God bless you, sir. The Window City. Thank you, sir. So I have received another one. I've received a £10 from the Diaspora Radio International account on your screen right now. I've received a $10. Then I have also, £10 rather. And I've received another 20 right there on the Give Send Go. Well, that's about 35. How much? £35. That's grand. I have a caller. Hello there. Thank you.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. I mean, when people responded like, you know what? I'm going to put something there. Maiyegun is talking. That's something. Osita, let me tell them. Thank you to my donors. Right?
That's a lot of money, They say a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean.
It is.
And let's go to the Bible again. The Bible says a little one shall become 1,000.
That is
and 1,000 shall become a strong nation. That is where we're heading to.
It's just a matter of time, Osita. Even if it's a little faith, those who have doubted us in the past have come back to hide their tongues in their cheek, Osita. People have sat with us many times on this platform, and they were watching. What are they going to do? Can they do that? Is that possible? No, it's not. Then it happened, and they're like, wow. You know what I mean now? So, you're right.
Yeah, I wish. Anyway, let me first of all greet you and give you a thumb up.
The number. That's me. Sorry.
Yeah, and give you a thumb up because it's not easy. It is not just.
It is not.
You know, it's not. So
we thank God and then grateful to those who keep.
The God that has ordained you.
Oh,
it's not a mistake.
We should be grateful.
But He knows that. Yeah, He knows you're born for such a time as this.
Thanks.
Anyway, you know, I want to say something that I do not know, but I'm going to say it in this way. You see, often the time, a lot of people come there and say, the church. But the truth, the church is fighting back.
Exactly.
It is not, the church is fighting back. It is not that they are really supporting one person or anything, but it's a fight back for them. Because when they kept quiet, when they flew along, or when they collaborated with these people, they find out that before the killings was now the killings are no longer in single digits anymore. It's in double digits.
Yes.
There is no place they kill. They'll tell you these days that they killed only 3. They killed 4. With their own media, they will explain to you that 60 was killed. But you saw from that documentary that was made that the people will say that if they said it's 60 that was killed, that they are liars.
Yeah.
So what I am trying to tell a lot of people, they are fighting back. It's not just that, they are trying to say, it's one person that they want to be there to become their president, but they are fighting back. But the fight, they are fighting back. They are still have fighting. They will fight to the extent that
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I wish they could pull it off, but they are following the path laid by the APC, aren't they? Like, don't let us pretend.
It will happen. It will happen one day. They themselves, they will say, let's break it up. That, after all, heaven or God doesn't know American Christian. He doesn't know Nigerian, he doesn't know African Christian.
No.
If you're a Christian, you're a Christian. If you're Muslim, you're Muslim. Heaven don't know religion. So we will get there.
I believe.
Coming to another one again.
Yeah.
In 7 years, this is the first time we are hearing about an impeachment threat. What does this say to you again? They are already treading on that path as well.
They've been walking all these years along that path anyway. Yeah?
Yeah. Since Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe's Senate of 1958, 57, 58, this ninth Senate is the worst Senate in the history of Senate all over the world, not only in Nigeria.
Worst of them all.
Worst of them all. But yet, for the very first time in their life, you know why they did that? Because Nigeria is now staring at them in their face. It has not happened to them, but it's staring in their face. These same Janjaweed, these same people are now in Abuja trying to hoist their flag. They will hoist their flag. In the next 3 weeks, they will hoist their flag in Abuja.
I mean, it's a serious battle waiting. No joke, Osita. I tell you.
So you see that 6 weeks they are talking about. If care is not taken, some of them, if not all of them, are not going to come back to Abuja. They won't come back to Abuja, I'm telling you. Tomorrow is Sunday. Definitely something is going to happen tomorrow because the things that happen is always happening on Sunday/Monday. Sunday/Monday. Something is
you know
going
what
to
people
happen tomorrow.
feel like, Osita. Another angle, right, is that even if this Islamic jihadist, this terrorist, right, if they don't take over Abuja, because we all know that if not because of the military and the government of Nigeria that is protecting them, shielding them, they're no rich. Forget about this thing where they say that they get.
No, they're not real.
If they say make we face them on our own, like regionally, we can deal with them. We know the military is shielding them, compromise security and all of that, Abi. So some people are now saying that, sister, they are saying these are just templates, ingredients that will be enough to convince many when military finally take over, since they are scared to leave the power. So they can announce somebody tomorrow that military has taken over, then all of you will be like, economy don't finish, national security don't collapse, Abuja is about to be taken. Everybody is, they will say, well, military just take them now. So some say they are actually setting stage for it. And I have no doubt.
Let me remind you of something. Let me remind you of something that I know that you were aware.
Okay.
Did you watch those documentaries?
I watched.
You saw how
partially,
Nigerian?
Not fully.
No, I watched everything. I watched everything. I need you to sit down.
Right.
It's about 2 hours documentary. Thereabout.
Yeah.
I need you to sit down and watch it.
Detail.
You will see, because now we are hearing from the victim. And we are hearing from the actor. You will see that it is something that was well orchestrated. It's a planned thing. The government is totally involved. This Buhari administration is totally involved. You will come to find out that this is what Professor Malakia
has been saying.
Saw before it came to fruition, before we would start saying it. This is what he was able to understand, what he was able to get, the information that he was able to get, that he said all those things that he said. It's not different from what he said. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you look at it very well, you will find out that it is just a question of moment, no longer time. Time is far, but a question of moment. This whole thing is going to start. But believe me, it has started. But
we know now. We know it has started. Now they told us that they were waiting for the last order, and once they have it, they know everywhere. It's just going to be simultaneous. Lagos, Port Harcourt.
I was asking a friend of mine.
Right.
I was asking a friend of mine in Abuja. She's a lawyer. She said, "Oh, I don't even know what is going on." I said, "Oh, may God help you people, and may God keep all of you alive, because you are busy there watching Big Brother Naija, and you wake up one morning and maybe your house is not affected, but you come out to find out that your neighbors are no longer there. Everybody has distracted you. So all these things that we are seeing.
You remember when I said that their currency is fear, and this time around they are sharing it so well, and a lot of people are helping them spend that fear and fear and fear.
If anybody likes it or not, God knows. I have never found anything against Peter Obi as I am. But I still keep asking that question. If you get there, how are you going to manage all these things? It's still the questions I want to.
Obi couldn't really answer that. Let me tell you what Obi believes. Obi is an economist, an administrator. Obi believed that this whole thing is not a rocket science, We want to do electricity, right? Then we put policy together and do electricity. That's it. We want to do industries where they will build, industries that will create jobs and all of that. How is that difficult? We can just start, Niger Delta can be this, Sokoto can be that.
Brother,
he believes, and Obi knows. So Obi knows that it's not that simple.
No, my brother.
Tell me.
Even if you do all those things,
you can't. No, you can't.
Wait, even if you do all those things, is it going to solve the problem? The problem here is not infrastructure. The problem here is not, I used to tell you that it's education, yes, but the problem here is not all about building schools for them anymore. The problem here is not all about bringing people together that they can believe that they are one Nigeria. The problem here is not that I can come out comfortably and say, I'm in Nigeria. But the problem here is, my brother, this is, when you go to court with a wife that the union is broken, the court will say because of irreconcilable differences.
Irreconcilable differences. Wow.
Differences. This thing, we can no longer reconcile it because the reason in America, in Europe, that they tell people, they don't understand it when they say, oh, that's ours. Well, they don't preach Christianity in school and don't preach any other thing that is religion in school. The reason is they don't want to bring in religious hatred.
Yes.
The moment there's hate
because
in that
it starts
religion,
from intolerance anyway.
It starts from intolerance.
Yes.
So what we are trying to tell you is that we are trying to tell the whole world is we can no longer tolerate each other. I was speaking in Igbo, I was speaking in Yoruba. We can no longer coexist. Even if somebody comes and stay there for 4 years or 8 years, that person cannot bring us together. The only thing that will make us to respect one another, the only thing that will make us respect one another,
yes,
is that by the time I have Biafra, by the time you have Oduduwa,
yes,
that somebody will come from another place and want to infiltrate my community, my country.
They would dare not.
I will tell you, you cannot do it.
No, it's going to be disrespectful. No, it's going to be disrespectful then to try that. You know what I mean? And whatever happens, you are never going to be at fault for responding. You are never going to be.
Take for example, what is Benin Republic to current Nigeria? But Sunday Igboho is in Benin Republic. They couldn't go there because we want to respect Benin Republic.
They have to respect. It doesn't matter how big they think they are. They can't just swerve into Benin Republic and grab Igboho.
Exactly.
You're right.
That is what we are talking about right now. So whatever anybody is saying, like there is always that Nigeria saying, that Yoruba saying, Bogo alama je breakfast.
100%.
We will all eat from the same table one day. And when it's your turn, then you can join the bandwagon.
Honestly speaking, and you know my prayer whenever our breakfast is served, because I know now all of us they collect them. Even those who are not living in Nigeria, they collect the breakfast even from far away. Now person way affect, as they say in Yoruba, and tobacco on low more. Now person way didn't touch. Now them know. Sure you get
okay. One more thing lastly. Please, one more thing, my brother, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Did you read about what's his name? CMAC interview.
Which one is that? Say that again. CMAC or what that?
CMAC. You know CMAC, the one that plays.
Oh, CMAC. I saw it. Oh, you want me to read what he said before you say something, Osita?
I need you to read it aloud.
You want me to? Yeah, I didn't put it on. So that is why I couldn't show it up here. Okay. So give me a sec. Don't go anywhere. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna pop it up on my screen. And it says that it was from T-Mac, where he spoke about the age of Tifnumbu and none like that. Give me a sec. I actually saved that earlier. So or should I let you continue talking? When I found it, I'll tell you and I'll read it word for word. He said Tifnumbu is 86 years old. And Tinubu's wife, Remy, who is Shekiri, happened to that makes him Tinubu's in-law. And he said way back then, where he knows Tinubu very, very, very well, right? An 86 years old man, why would you want to put your own destiny in the hand of an 86 years? So Tinubu is 86 years old. It's part of the conversation out there. Osita, help me complete that. I'll look for that text.
Yes. So now, T-Mac happens to be the first cousin to Remi Tinubu.
That's right.
And the truth is that the man is 86 years old.
He said it.
And I want to bring out something. If we are actually operating a standard country, tell me, with all these things, allegation here and there, Tinubu is supposed to be investigated and he cannot even stand for election in a proper country. He cannot stand for an election in a proper country. So I weep for everybody who is alive in Nigeria for 2022, going to 2023. And you will see all these things.
And ignore them.
And somebody and somebody will come on the online with his internet, the phone he brought, and he sees something online and he wants to tell you that, oh, this man, is this supposed to be this thing he did? That was what I said. I know I just said,
you know what?
What he did.
Osita, I found that text. Okay. I will read it. Then you are going to use just about a minute or two to help me close the program. I'm going to have to close the program with you tonight because of our time. Okay, well, let me read it. Maybe all the key words you are looking for, you'll find them again. T-Mac was actually responding to somebody who commented on his post, on his Facebook page, right? And that person was telling T-Mac that T-Mac better support the winning team, Jagaban. So that was what prompted T-Mac to reply. It's not even a post, it's a reply in the post, right? So I'll read the word now. Then you can help me round up, Osita. So a moment. He said, Dear Yemi, responding to that person, Dear Yemi, anybody can choose any candidate, but an intelligent person will ask himself the question, do I choose rightly? Is the man qualified? Is he honest? Does he tell us the truth about his age, background, and how he made his money? Is this man healthy enough at 86 to take up the task of a totally run-down country? You see, Tinubu is my in-law. His wife, Remy, is my cousin. Our Ishekiri mother and my Ishekiri mother are sisters. I have known Tinubu since the mid-80s personally and even arranged for him to stay in my stepfather's house, Samobolaji Bankanthony, in London when he went into exile. I stopped supporting him and stopped family visits, etc., when he sold that Buhari to the nation in 2015. My advice to the nation is that this man is absolutely not qualified to become our next president. Respectfully, T-Mac Omoshola Iseli. That's the message, Osita. Do you mind rounding it up in a minute or two, and we can call it a night?
Okay. Now, that is coming from somebody who is part of him.
Yes.
From what we see, from what we read right now,
yes,
Tinubu's son cannot marry T-Mac's daughter.
No,
because
they are family.
They're
going to be first, second cousin. I think second cousin, so they can't.
Second cousin, they cannot. Remember, I told you.
Yes, sir.
Put it on Wikipedia and check the age of Sadhguru Maharaji. Sadhguru Maharaji is about between 86 and 88.
You said that the other day. I remember.
Yes. And that man told us that if you want to know the age of Tinubu, ask me or you look at me, because they were childhood friends in Osun State before they moved to Ibadan together. I still remember that I read all those things. So, coming to think about it.
So he's a dishonest man. He's an old, tired, and unhealthy man.
Yes.
I mean, come on. Anybody with a brain.
I asked a simple question. The simple question is, this thing they call respect.
Yes.
You don't ask for it. You earn it.
You have to earn it, yes.
It's same thing as leadership. You don't ask for it. You earn it.
You have to earn it. That's right.
When somebody becomes so desperate in life, you begin to ask questions about that person. I am advising anybody that cares to listen.
Yes.
It is not as if I hated Tinubu.
They always think it's about hate. Well, I actually think that it's self-hate for anybody who want to write on the lies that they have been told that they cannot even verify, and then blackmail other people who choose not to follow or write there on that lies as well. They say, oh, you hate him. Oh, Tinubu, God will shame all the enemies of Tinubu. There's no enemy of Tinubu. If you are looking for enemies, he is your enemy, so to say.
In his first 4 years, in his first 4 years in Lagos,
yes,
I was one of the persons that liked Tinubu because I knew what he
you want to tell me about that. He used to be somebody I loved too. I mean, I was buying papers when he was fighting Obasanjo then. I didn't know much. I thought they were fighting for Yoruba.
There was something he did in Ilupeju. When his entourage, in his entourage caused an accident in Ilupeju. Tinubu came out he put off his Babariga and went there and he was helping people. That only thing endeared me to him. I said, oh, this is the kind of leader we were looking for. But truth to be told, you can have empathy at any time. Even the devil sometimes have something that looks like empathy.
So devil said they pity us once in a while. Like say, oh, so
once in a while.
Even, sorry.
Do you know that this situation we are in Nigeria, I said, devil said, don't reach to the pity us.
He got the pity us. You know what some people told me?
He don't reach to the pity us.
Osita, somebody told me, he said, Baba, I swear I'm tired of Nigeria. But you know one thing that always crossed my mind? I said, what is that? I said, Baba, there's something where they sure for me. I don't if he die now, get to heaven. When they come tell me they go fire. Say because I sin or I no sin or because I'll be like, where are they come from before? Like people have gotten to a stage that living in Nigeria, all you need to show them at the gate of heaven is that I'm from Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. That is enough.
You don't suffer.
You know what? Just go to heaven. You don't suffer enough. That's to tell you that. Like, you know what? Where are you? Who are you? Are you a Nigerian? You know what? You are not a good person. Nigeria, you come from. When you die, in Nigeria, you die. You're supposed to go hell. It could be like double punishment.
So I employ everybody because if you don't join this bandwagon now, you will regret it.
Eventually.
The reason you're going to regret it is because you will have been better. You say, I will have joined earlier.
Yes.
Than you join later.
And prevent what will probably be your end. Exactly now. But people don't say it. Sometimes they have to experience it, Osita. Now, Osita, thank you so much for tonight, I have to say.
Thank you very much, my brother.
I know I have missed everyone. I wish I started earlier. I could spend like 4 or 5 hours. I wish. I don't have that luxury. So to everybody who spent their time with me tonight, I have to say thank you. From Osita to the first person that called in and to everyone who is trying to call in as well. All the commenters and everybody who has shared this broadcast. Thank you. I missed you. And then I am going to be back again tomorrow, hopefully. And then the day after, we're going to launch our Yoruba Union. And I'm going to tell you which of these we came up with at the end of the day, okay? Remember this. We are at the stage whereby everything is practically, useful to us until we finally found the one that we believe will work for us, okay? We are open to experiment with a lot of things, a lot of things about our idea. And we are waiting to explore the opportunities of these new ideas. So if we're going to make it work, it's up to us. To my donors, I've seen some of you who responded, right? I kind of like it when I say it ahead of time, but nevertheless, I want to say thank you. I got your responses so far on Give, Send, Go. Yeah, I have received your support, which is currently almost £100. So thank you. Maybe I didn't prepare us before now, but it's good that we had some responses. But nevertheless, if you are seeing this video later, you can still do something. But tomorrow we might have to raise money properly, and then we would see if we are actually going to be doing what we said we would do, or we just have to use what we have to get us started before we go mainstream again. Okay. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me, and don't leave this chat without liking the broadcast. You can still like it. You can still share it if you haven't. And you can still subscribe if you haven't as well. Check it. Do you still have all your notifications on at all? Do you? Prayer docent, Ma. I got your message, by the way, just so you know. Thank you so much, and God continue to bless you and your household for that, your generosity towards myself, Maiyegun. Thank you. And then towards what we are doing as well. I got them, and they will be judiciously utilized as usual. Okay, thank you to every one of you. I'm going to see you some other time. Don't leave without dropping your offering, and I will see you again. So good night to all of you.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Lórí YouTube, Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Maiyegun ti dé. Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Maiyegun ti dé. Ìpẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú.